What's up, y'all? It's the Hood Trucker, and this is the Hood Trucker Show. Long day, crazy because all of a sudden my computer won't start acting up at the last possible second. I had to restart it and all that. So we'll be back, and we're running fine. Joe in the building. Had a few things to say. Lamont in the building. Let's see, Moonlight in the building. Welcome back. Ain't seen you in a while. Who else in the building? Maryland, we see you. I think I hear you in the background too. Who else in here? Moonlight. Okay, Joe, Marilyn, Moonlight. Who else? I believe that's everyone that we got in there so far. That's been in the chat. Let's see. Let's see. So what I got from the live, Kwame can talk shit to people, but when done to him, he doesn't like it. Okay, logic. Interesting. Interesting logic. So is it safe to say, Marilyn says, Showtime. Is it safe to say that y'all seen the live on FYF Sports today? Interesting. Uh Welcome, Marilyn. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sound awesome as usual.
Okay, good. Oh man. Okay, can you tell us what happened on your end when you were on the live, please?
Uh I got wind of the live and I went over there and basically just chimed in and said, "Hey, Lamont, salute." And he said, "Hey, Hood Trucker, you want to, this is, apparently, I don't know the whole story, but apparently, Crummy 6ix9ine, the deputy, went at Lamont from FYF Sports and said some disparaging things about him, and Lamont did a live, and he said, we want to get you in, we want to get your take on stuff. So I said, okay. I grabbed the link, and then what was that dude's name? Eric Williams or something. What was his name? He was on first.
Eric Williams, aka Biracial Zaddy, the dude that just dedicated a whole channel to you. He was on the show talking about coding. And that's the one that, I mean, he thinks that nobody knows. His voice is the same. He's a weirdo. He's just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
And it's amazing that Kwame knew his name too, but I ain't gonna say that they know each other. I ain't gonna say that they know each other only because Eric Williams didn't come on as biracial zaddy. His name is Eric. That's what he came on Lamont show. Am I correct?
yes, and
Okay, thank you.
if you ever ask me, uh, he sounds like he drinks breast milk all day and rolls around on the floor and throwing tantrums and takes baths with floaty. So uh, he came on and I had a couple of things to say, and I think I got muted. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I got muted. And then I waited patiently. It was Lamont's show. I waited patiently, and Kwame Brown, or excuse me, Kwame 6ix9ine, the deputy, he came on, and I waited patiently. I was doing my, matter of fact, I was delivering my load, uh, and continuing my day. Uh, Welcome, Bonnie. How you doing? Nice to see you coming back. Nick T, Hood Trucker, first time on your channel. Thanks for stopping by. We're doing a little late. I was running a little late. It's been a long day.
Hi,
And
Nick. Hi, Bonnie.
should dust up between Hood Trucker and KB. Absolutely. Absolutely. Had a couple of words, a
He
couple.
didn't. He didn't have a time. He didn't have time to dust up. Every time he tried to fight back or say what he needed to say, he was muted or taken out. He didn't have a chance to say nothing. But anyway, let's continue.
Well, I mean, listen. Um, it's Lamont's channel. He runs his channel the way he wants to. If he felt like he wanted to give Kwame Brown, a little extra time to get his point across or whatever, that's what he did. But um, you know,
2 fucking hours to get his point across. Go ahead. I'll let you
uh,
continue.
I tried. I waited patiently, and then towards the end, because I really didn't want to chime in and then get interrupted by my duties that I was doing, because I was delivering a load. I was backing in. I was, I mean, it was like the live came on at the perfect time when I was doing my stuff, right? So, backing in, and they unloaded, and I'm listening and I'm listening. I'm trying to stay abreast of what what's going on with the live and all that. So if I did get a chance to chime in, you know, I'll chime in, or I'll comment on stuff that was said earlier. So, just waited patiently. I don't know how long I waited, but I know I drove from San Diego to Vernon, California. I think I was waiting the entire time because I don't know if y'all seen it, but you can see the stuff moving in the window because I had the way I had the camera pointed, and that's a 2-hour drive. So, during that time, I think the Eric dude was on there, and then at a later point he came on, and then I said, I had said, like, I didn't think he was going to come on. Well, it turns out he came on, and you said he was on for how long? A couple hours. You said. Did you say he was on for a couple hours? Well, he was on for a while, and I had to go. Um, at a certain point, right? He was like, because he
I
was still on.
stopped.
I told him.
I stopped. I did watch it. I was watching and I was waiting for you to try to get your point in. And but when you left, when it was over with you, I stopped watching. I was so disappointed. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here, man? I mean, it's like you didn't. It's like I felt I couldn't hear you first of all, and then when you did try to say something, you were muted. The only person who did not get muted was Kwame. The only person who didn't get muted. As a matter of fact, he was allowed to say and do and talk for like 2 to 3 hours. The only reason why I know that is because once you left, I stopped watching. I couldn't take that shit anymore. And then I decided, let me go see how long he's been on. And he was on for a really, really long time. I mean, the sun went down. Dude was in the dark. He was shadow.
So
You
to be
know?
fair, I wasn't the only one. If that was going on, because somebody else came on and said they were kicked out or something like that. Um, so to be fair, I wasn't the only one, and I didn't.
Oh no, you were not the only one. Because there was his Lamont's ride and die. I mean, like his true people, the people that have been with him and will, and who have always supported him, the ones who had something to say, I know they were muted as well, and they didn't get a chance to say what they wanted to say. And it just seemed like it was a Kwame love fest. Let me suck your nuts. Let me you know, how deep do you want me to guzzle, Kwame? I know he was loving it. And the fact that Lamont folded like that, he folded so fast. That man said real nasty, this fucked up shit about you. And you're like, oh well,
so
all he had to do was apologize, like y'all 8 years old and shit, man.
okay. I'm gonna ask you a question, but before we get to that, Nick T says my problem with Kwame is why he didn't have the gangster persona when he was playing in the league. Instead, he acting like a dweeb. Interesting, because you know what? If he had the gangster mentality while he was in the league, he might have scored more than 6 points. I mean,
Read
that's
Joe. Yeah. Read Joe's comment, please.
let's see. Lamont was letting him off easy. FYF Sports did a clout. Kwame was being so disrespectful to Lamont.
Yes, major disrespect. And that was done in front of your crew, your entire fucking crew. I'm upset. I'm
John
getting
Wicks.
upset. Maybe because it's late and I'm upset. He did that in front of your people, man. And you allowed it, and you allowed him to disrespect your people.
Um. Okay. Look, John Wick. Salute. Thank you. Thank you. I I can understand Lamont trying to be maybe more diplomatic, maybe try to mend fences or something like that, but at the same time, he did kind of give him a little preferential treatment, and I think at some point, Crummy 6ix9ine, the deputy, because we don't have no respect for that clown over here. because he at some point I think he was expected it after he saw that he's gonna get certain type of leeway because if, in my opinion, Crummy was allowed to just say whatever he wanted to say, and a lot of us were muted, like when we had some dissenting opinions or something. So, but listen, it's his channel. He's free to do, he's free to run his channel the way he wants to. If he wants to do that, I mean,
Wait 1 second, John. It's not the fact that I'm real. I don't believe the emperor has no fucking clothes. That's what people. I mean, when they look at Kwame, I don't know what they're doing. It's like all of a sudden you turn into a fucking fangirl, man. What is it? What can he do for you? What?
Nick T said, I think Lamont went easy on him in order to keep Kwame on the show. That's possible. I mean, and I listen. That's possible, and listen.
Okay. Before we continue, I'll let you continue. I like Lamont. You know that. I like him.
He's a friend of the show. Absolutely.
He definitely is, and the fact that he let. I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one seeing that what took place and not looking at him differently. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at him differently because this was his time. I mean, this man called you all types of names. I mean, he pulled out your entire chart of the stuff that you did. And here you are, a changed man. You changed your life. You're doing right. You're doing good things for kids. You improved your life. You're a good man. And he let that fool bring up your fucking your charges on stupid shit that you did when you were a young person. As though everybody's perfect. Everybody got something in their record. Everybody got something in their jacket somewhere. That was wrong. It was fucked up. Kwame demolished that nigga. He demolished him. And then all Kwame had to do, and he saw after Lamont said, well, I get it. I know. Yeah. Oh. You don't want Trucker can't come on? Can Trucker come on? Can Trucker come on? What the fuck you mean? Can Trucker come on?
Well,
Your first thing you should have did, Lamont. You should have said, "Well, I'm gonna bring Trucker on so you and him could talk." And and then Kwame looks up and says, "There's nothing that he can really say to me." Were you going to apologize to that fool for something? Because he's under the impression that you were going to apologize about something. Were you?
No. He said what he said was. Oh, before we get to that though, Joe said BZ and Antisocial was going in on Kwame, but Lamont was muting everyone that disagreed with Kwame, so you're not allowed to respond.
Exactly.
I don't think Lamont folded, but the beef was between
He
Lamont
folded. He
and
folded.
he wasn't going live because to begin with, and he didn't want Kwame to leave the show.
He folded. FOLDED. Folded.
Look what Nick say, Marilyn. I need a lady like you. You keep me in check and doing dumb shit. Yes, I'm telling you. Get you a strong black one. But look, what was your question again? Oh, because
were you going to apologize to Kwame because he's under that impression? He looked up. There is nothing that he can say to me. You ain't fucking Hassan Campbell. What the fuck you mean? Ain't nothing you could say to him.
Wait. Lamont, I get what Lamont
no
was trying to do.
disrespect to Hassan, because New York, Hassan.
Right. Listen,
I know.
Listen, but see, sometimes, you try to do things. Okay, so Lamont was. I see what Lamont was trying to do. He's trying to mend fences, right? And it's. I mean, is it really a good thing that black men is beefing and all that stuff? No, but I get what he's trying to do. However, he said, if I bring Hood Trucker on it, can you squash the beef? And Crummy 6ix9ine, the deputy, and I say deputy, said, ain't nothing. He was referring to me. He said, ain't nothing he can say. as if I was gonna say something like I was gonna apologize or something. I'm not. I don't have nothing to apologize for. No. I'm not apologizing
Okay.
for shit.
All right. Trucker.
Hmm.
What part of California you from?
I'm from Fresno, California, and Crummy 69, the deputy, knows that because he got my license plate number. He said he know my address in Fresno and Atlanta.
You were
But
in the
he ain't finna do nothing. He
you and
ain't finna
C
do nothing.
you you
That nigga 9 feet tall for nothing. Listen, you 9 feet tall. I'm 5'9", and you still mentioning your brothers? Why you still mentioning your brothers? You 12 feet 5. You 12 feet. What's 12 feet 12? I'm
he
5'9". Why you still bringing you implicating your brothers still? Listen,
he
if
doesn't
I
like his brothers. He
hold
does
on,
not like his
hold
brothers
on,
because he
hold
does
on.
that shit all the time.
Hold on. If I was Kwame Brown brothers, I said, look, man, if you fucking mention me again on this fucking live ever again, I'm gonna slap the fucking shit out you. Because you implicate me in a crime, homie. If something happened to him, they're gonna be looking for us.
He doesn't care. He
He's a
don't give a
fucking
fuck.
weirdo. That
He
dude's a
doesn't
fucking
care. He
clown.
doesn't
Look,
like his brothers.
so
His
here so
brothers are about that life. They're convicts. They know. It's like, shut the fuck up. Fight that short nigga yourself, motherfucker. Fight him yourself.
Kwame deflected when he was asked about Jason Whitlock, Ticket TV, Arsenio, and why and what he does, but worse, how they destroy the community. And here's the thing: he tried to say he was trying to say, "Oh, Hood Trucker, he doxed my children."
He's a
Well,
liar, and he
first
knows he's
of
a
all,
fucking liar.
first of all, okay, all you have to do, all you have to do is Google Kwame Brown, and anything after that is a whole bunch of shit gonna pop up. Kids is one of them. Okay, and why you have a problem with me when Google posts your kids every fucking day? I did one video. I took a video that was available on YouTube and used it in my story about how you were either behind on your child support payments, or you weren't paying your payments, or something to that effect, right? It was something regarding the fact that you were delinquent as it related to your child support. And that's why, I mean, that's why I took the story. Okay, now you want to say he doxed my children. Now I'm not versed on everything he said about his baby mama, but Marilyn, we were talking earlier. What did you say he said about his baby mama and all the things he basically doxed them? I know he said something about his baby mama who's married to somebody else was sending them naked pictures and shit. He was a snitch. Fuck is you doing telling? Come on, man.
He didn't just do that. The same baby mama that he was complaining about, he talked about how he used to have sex with her, and this is for his 20-something-year-old son to listen to, that he is blasting this onto the internet. And I don't know if that's supposed to make him close with his son as he gets older. You just said that your mother, his mother wasn't, I'm not calling her that because I don't believe she is, but you basically are telling your son that your mother's no good. Not only did he do that, he described what kind of house they have. He described how many cars they have and what 4 cars, and then he named the make and models of the cars. He described what she looked like, and then that she had a husband. Now, anybody who is people can figure out who she is. He did the same thing with the second baby mom, the one with the son that came and got her kid. He described what she looked like, said that she was light skinned with green eyes and all this other bullshit. Like anybody needed to know that.
And didn't he say something? Didn't you say he said something about she was trying to give me some and all of that? And
All of his women are trying to give him some, but the baby mom, the first one that is married with a husband, he said that she sent him nude pictures, or she sent him pictures, and that that she still wants him and all this nonsense. And then not only that, he went and told the husband. He said that in his lives. Everybody knows he said this in his live. He went and told the husband about it. Why did you tell the husband? What was you trying to get out of that?
because he's snitching. Look, Antisocial told him to pull up no, to pull him. Okay, he was giving him that energy, but you know what he said. I'm too old. He told Hassan to pull up, but not him, and not Matt Barnes. He didn't tell Matt Barnes to pull up either.
Matt
Oh,
Barnes would have been on the red eye. Matt Barnes would have been on the fucking red eye.
Bing
I'm
pow, bing
here,
pow,
nigga.
bing.
Where you want to meet? I'm here.
Bing pow, boop pow, bing. He told him to pull up. My bad. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, uh, then he's crying about how the hood trucker doxed my kids or whatever word. I don't know if he said
He
doxed or not,
always does that. He does that.
but you know why he
He
does that.
always
You
turns
know
into
why he
this
does that.
victim.
You know
I
why he
can't
does that.
stand it. What?
You know why he does that, because children pull at the heartstrings. If you were so worried about these children, why you didn't pay for the garden and lightning? Is that what it is? Gardening and lightning, or what is it called?
Guardian ad litem. That's what it's
gardening,
called.
gardening and lightning. Why you didn't pay for that? Because listen, from my understanding, was it? Say it again.
The guardian ad litem is so that she does the baby's mom, whoever this woman is. I don't know which one of the whoever she is. She doesn't want to talk to him. She doesn't want to know him. She doesn't want him knowing her address. She wants the courts to see every type of text or anything that they have together, because you know that he's the one that's fucking with people. He's the one that's doing it.
And he said he didn't want to pay for that because he was going to have to pay for the apparatus, to which he had to get in contact with the child's mother, and not her actual phone number, so he couldn't cry like a little bitch and text to her, "Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? I love you still. I love you." So you're gonna have to pay for an alternate way to
Brown skin
communicate.
lady in the house.
Brown skin lady, what's good? What's good? What's good?
I'm glad you could make it. I hope you could stick around. Girl, did you see the live when Trucker was on? Did y'all see the live when Trucker was on?
Yeah, I think she was in. I don't know if she's in there, but I was in there. But I seen her in there afterwards. I was looking at the chat or whatever. But let's see.
Joe, read what Joe said.
That's the dumbest thing you can look up. Literally, every celebrity kids online are so doxxed. He's a dummy, man, to expose. Listen, right?
And then he knows for a fact. He knows that you weren't the one that got the information. It was somebody else. Why is he targeting you? There's something about you that
Because
he's
he's playing a
targeting.
victim. He's a victim. He's a victim. Right?
And then
He's playing a victim.
everybody's
Oh,
falling down, like on their fucking knees, kissing the fucking ring. What's he gonna do
oh.
for you, man? He can't do nothing for nobody.
So he knows children. Everybody loves children, right? So he's gonna play. He talks about children. You didn't pay the child support though. That's why we did the story, because you was behind. I mean, amongst other things, it was Bank of America, it was your child support, it was Merrill Lynch, there's all kinds of shit we exposed. Not to mention your turkey arms, but we exposed all kinds of shit, and so that's what he do. He exposed my kids. Oh, okay. How many of the kids you got living with you full time though? If you're so worried about them
Who
kids,
exposed
he said.
Parker?
He
Who
said,
exposed
right.
Parker? Who exposed the kid that nobody knew he had named Parker? And now he's gonna bitch on one of his lives and say, she said that I had a son named Parker. Now she's doxing Parker. You dumbass. I know he's gonna say that. And nobody's gonna say anything.
Kwame got a hold of that legal weed and got diarrhea of the mouth. He's been high all day. Did he get arrested for weed or something? I think he got
Several
arrested.
times.
I think he got arrested for weed. But that's crazy. Like, from the standpoint of, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, right? I look. I would almost say that he's taken yet another page out of the Donald Trump playbook, because Donald Trump plays victim all the time. He plays victim all the time. And look at Kwame Brown. Oh, you did
Okay,
this one trial.
Can we discuss how when he was on the show, when you were on the show, it's like he mentioned you and he said you got the Hood Trucker on the show and the Hood Trucker and Marilyn, nigga. Anyway, and the Hood Trucker and Marilyn, they were talking about my kids. You know, they doxed my kids and all this stuff. And the hypocrisy behind this man. He says, I would never have anybody that would do that. You're a fucking liar. You doxed Hood Trucker's fucking jacket. You got his records, his criminal fucking background records. Nobody knew about that shit. That was Hood Trucker's story to tell. But since we telling stories, you were in Fresno, California, right, Trucker?
Absolutely.
You were in CYA.
That's where I'm from. But I'm also in Atlanta. I'm also in Atlanta too.
Yeah. Yeah, you were in CYA, correct?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What facility were you in CYA?
The facility is called Preston, California, aka Gladiator School.
How long were you there for?
2.5 years. And too long, 2.5 years. Absolutely.
You ain't got to say what you went in there for. I just want that put in there. Would you say that CYA, aka, the CYA facility called Preston, aka the Gladiator School?
So CYA is California Youth Authority.
Okay, Preston, great. Did it prepare you for your time in both county and state prison?
Oh, absolutely. You're not finna leave Preston and not I guess you can leave there was people that left there on a helicopter. There's plenty of people who left there, but you're not gonna leave there as no punk. When you go through there, ain't no punks leaving there, unless you got airlifted out of there. That's the only ones. That's that's coming out of there. That's gonna be a punk, because you fight for everything. You fighting for words. You fighting for stuff that's falling on the ground, and because it's childish, and it's super childish. Everybody there is a gang member, damn near, and I wasn't. So, and I'm light skinned, so they tried me all the time. But sometimes what you have to do is you have to put down a demo and let people know, look, I could look like a certain thing. I don't have no tattoos. Because I didn't want any tattoos, because tattoos make it so the police can identify you easier. That's why I never got tattoos. I don't want to be identified. They look at scars or all kinds of stuff on me. I don't have no tattoos. The first thing they ask you is you have tattoos. Why? Because that's how they identify you. I don't want to be identified. So, and then I'm not a gang member. Because I don't believe in gangs. I don't believe in joining something that, just for the sake of joining something because I want to be a part of something. I don't believe in that. So, I didn't have it easy.
I just wanted you to just give that part of your background, because the way they made it sound like you were some kind of scrub and shit, just because you went through what you went through. You were just one of millions of men of color, Black and Latino, who have gone through the system. And then that dude that's in Dominican Republic. When's the last time you've been to America? Anyway, I didn't like what they did to Lamont, and I don't even care that he did what he did. He was young and he made it, and he stopped doing it. It's like, what was the sense in break? What are you trying to disparage him or something?
Terrell says,
Terrell, love you, Terrell, love you. Read that. Read what Terrell said.
I said, I can basically understand Lamont wanted to squash the beat, but he basically sacrificed Trucker to make Kwame happy.
He did. And I don't think that you're a punk, Lamont. I don't think you're a punk, but what you did was wrong. What you did, I'm not going to say you a punk, but you should have let Trucker speak. You were so on that man's nuts. You should be ashamed. You should be embarrassed, yo.
I said he cares so much about his kids, but he told his oldest son that his mama thought another man was his dad on live in front of thousands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the fact that when Hassan Campbell, he learned. I think everybody learned after the Hassan Campbell debacle. You can't go to Kwame and apologize because he treats you like a fucking sucker. He treats you like a sucker. And you know, and he was being disrespectful to you, Lamont, through the whole exchange. He was being condescending and getting smart and telling you how you should do your channel and how everybody on your panel don't know anything about sports, and they were like messing with people's money and all this. Man, shut the fuck up and get out of here. You just got on the platform telling people what the fuck they should do, and you better not change up just because he was on your channel. And you know what? If you do, your crew is gonna know, and they're gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, yo, what's going on here? I like you, Lamont. I really do. I really, really like you.
We do. Joe says when he's questioned, why does he have people around him doing what he does? He deflected, and conversation Lamont deflected the conversation. Lamont never put that pressure,
and he didn't allow the others, the people who were putting that pressure on me. Kwame started getting smart. Instead, those people never got a chance to say what they needed to say. But yet Kwame was able to talk to everybody as disrespectful as he wanted with nothing.
Good looking out, Lamont, for the super chat. To be honest, I couldn't really speak on Hood Trucker Elements because I didn't know much about the beef and the exchanges. Didn't even want to go live today. Well, yeah, that's understandable, I guess. But however, I mean, in my personal opinion, he did kind of get, there was a few of us that didn't get a chance to really speak, and I feel like, my personal opinion, that he did get some preferential treatment, but I understand.
Preferential treatment. That's what you call that. That was Kwame's fucking show. That whole live, everybody that came on after were like, giving him fucking roses and shit. They were giving him flowers. They were offering him their sheep. Oh, Kwame, man. And those who didn't kiss the ring, hey, you didn't say salute to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't talk to me like that. This is on somebody else's platform. You're being disrespectful on somebody else's platform.
Joe says FYF Sports went easy. I had to unsubscribe.
Wait, drop the link for Brown Skin Lady. Drop it from Brown Skin Lady. Thank you, Brown Skin. Please jump up here, girl.
Okay, let me see if it's over here. I think I got it already. Ready to go. Locked and loaded.
Joe said, I understand, Joe. I have several channel sponsors, including Caesars, Sportsbooks. Can't let things get too crazy. Dude, but that's okay. I like you, and I want the best for you. I really like you. I think you're a sweet dude. I really do.
He's also a businessman.
Yeah, he is. It's a business. I totally get it. But you should have wrote, not even for Trucker. Trucker's kind of like new to your, to the scene. Like he's new on the block. But your other people that have been with you for months, and years, it seems, that's who you owe the responsibility to. Did you drop the link for
Yes, I did. It's also in the description as well. But I did drop the link.
Brown Skin Lady, he got the link up there.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Let's see. Kwame does so much dodging, deflecting, and backtracking.
Yes, he did.
He was also very hypocritical as usual. Let's see, drop the link. Come on, Marilyn.
No, the link is there. Does anybody see the link? Drop it.
No. Yeah, I think that was. These are late. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see. Drop that link. It's in there. Y'all got him. Y'all get him. Okay, it's in there.
Drop it again. Maybe they didn't see it.
Did y'all get the link? Okay, there you go. Okay, Lamont, welcome. You in there?
Hello, baby bear. Hi, baby bear.
Really? Why are you going in on me like that?
I didn't go in on you.
Hold on one second. FYF Sports, you could have questioned him harder. Like, why does he always side with people that talk shit about other black people?
It's a reason why, though. It's a reason why I didn't take that line of questioning, which I could have, because the conversation was only specifically about Again, look,
Brown skin. Okay.
I don't mind when people talk about my takes. Other people have made videos about my takes, videos I made about them. If you do a reaction video to anything I do, I'm cool with that. Kwame said I made a video. It wasn't about him a week ago. It was about a lot of things, and he just happened to be a small portion of what we talked about. If he did a reaction to it and just kept it about what I was talking about, I had no issue. My reason why I pulled up to his live and even did my live is because he went outside of the scope. He went outside of the scope, and I, at least I felt that way when because y'all got to understand, Ticket TV has done this 3 times. He's taken this information about what I did when I was a college student. He took it to a guy named LB's channel. They tried to do the same live stream. They titled it, "We're Exposing FYF." And they tried to and I pulled up there, had the same conversation with them. This guy named LB deleted the live afterward. Then Ticket TV tries it again on his channel. Get everybody over there saying he tried to say I'm exposing Lamont. I couldn't pull up because he had blocked me in the StreamYard.
Of course
so I couldn't
he did.
even pull up.
Of course,
I couldn't pull up over there to talk to him. So he tried it again over there. But by the second time, everybody knew, okay, why do you keep running this same live and then deleting it? So he had it on his channel. He deleted it. This third time, when he saw that Kwame, I guess, had an issue with the last video that I did, he took it as an opportunity to say, well, I got this information. Maybe I can try it again on Kwame's channel, a bigger platform, and it might work this time. This is the third time. That's why when somebody called me about it, I said, this is the third time, bro. I said, I'm asleep. I don't even really want to talk about it. This is literally the third time I've had this same conversation with Ticket, and Ticket knows this. This is the third time he's tried it.
Hey,
if he had to pull, because with the other YouTubers that he did this with, he was bigger than them, and he could tell them to keep the video up or delete it. He doesn't have to pull with Kwame to tell him to delete any content. Kwame's not going to delete it. But I'm sure he was telling Kwame to delete this video as well, because he's probably going to say, oh, Lamont's going to report it and get you. And I'm not. I always tell people, stand on your content if you create content. Every video I've created about Kwame, even Ticket, I'll leave it up.
Well,
I leave it up. I stand on the content I create. So I wanted to have that. I wanted to keep that conversation kind of one tracked about when I pulled up over there. It wasn't about anything that I've talked about in regards to Kwame Brown. I talk about coding and trades or basketball. But when I pull up over there, you're with Ticket TV and y'all talking about what I did when I was in college. That's outside of the scope. And somebody even told me they pulled up a picture of my girlfriend and had it up there doing something silly like that.
That's
and
foul.
So that's why I said
that is fucking foul. That's doxing.
No, it
that's
is, Marilyn.
Doxing.
But at the same time,
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Kwame. That's called doxing, you jackass.
No, that's what I said. I told him that. But I wanted my best. Believe me, I wanted to have the interaction between HoodTrucker and Kwame. But it just started, to me, and I may be wrong. If HoodTrucker, if I'm wrong, let me know. To me, it started to feel like when they started going at each other, it was getting too toxic. And
what are you talking about? Trucker didn't even have time to say nothing. You blocked it.
Marilyn, if I'm wrong, I will eat that L if y'all feel I'm wrong. But I have to do in the moment when I got 9-10 people yelling in my ear. In the moment, I have to make a decision, because the biggest thing if I'm getting $9,000 to $10,000 a month from sponsors, that's the first thing that I'm always going to consider above all. Because if they start to say my channel's too toxic and I start losing money, then that's an even bigger issue. So now I have to look at, do I let this go on? How do I stop it? Because I even went back and asked Kwame, I said, do you want to have an exchange with this man so we can get it clear, everything? Because when we do debates on my channel, it's not a whole bunch of hollering. I let one person cook for 2 minutes. I let the other person cook for 2 minutes, and we go back and forth like that so everybody can hear what's being the point everybody's trying to get across. I just honestly didn't feel like that was going to happen. It was too much tension. And on top of the fact that wasn't even the intention of my live. It wasn't to address the HoodTrucker and Kwame Brown beef. HoodTrucker happened to be there. I would have loved to see that exchange happen, but I just didn't feel like it was going to happen in a way that wasn't going to be toxic. Now, if I'm wrong, like I said, I apologize, HoodTrucker. I didn't want to make you feel some type of way. Same with you, Marilyn. I know you was upset because you wanted to see that exchange, but I have to maintain a certain level decorum for my channel, my platform right now, because right now I'm trying to get approved for NBA playmakers, and they're watching everything
Hey,
that I do.
listen,
So
Lamont.
I can't get
But
too
Lamont,
crazy. I
I
understand
got
where you're coming from, Marilyn.
no.
I understand.
I got love for you. I'm not holding. Can you tell? Can baby? I'm sorry. Can you tell this man what respectable crimes are in California State Prison so that he doesn't feel bad about what happened?
No. We gotta go. Listen. The thing,
Because
like when
what
you
you
say,
did, you're not a pervert. You did shit that a lot of people do when
No,
they're
Marilyn,
young.
Marilyn. I've talked about my own situation on my channel. I did a whole live about it, and I talk about, look, if someone else may have gotten in trouble, whether you in the streets or in school, you can use this as an example. So many subscribers have my number. They hit me up. How did you start your first Amazon business? I'm walking them through the steps of how to do retail arbitrage, all this stuff, because there's a lot of people in my same situation. So what Ticket TV did when he initially exposed this, he really opened the door for a lot of people who were really in my situation, just ashamed to
Yep.
talk about it,
Yep.
to come to me and get help. So at the end of the day, it ended up being a good thing. And every time he does it, it never works. It always backfires, because all of those subscribers that were looking at him a certain way, they look at him with a side eye now, saying, when he pulls up, because
He's a
when
fucking low
I
life.
pull
I
up
don't
every
know.
time he tries
How
to
could
do
you
this, I
support
pull
that
up.
fucking low life? He's a low life. I'm talking about
well, here,
Ticket TV. I don't even know that nigga, but he a low life. How do you do that? How are you exposing
But
black
Marilyn, I'm
people
used
of
to it. This
color?
is the third time he's done it to me, so I expect
Yeah,
there to
well,
be a fourth
I'm not
time.
used to it, and you know, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I felt that was
So, but
wrong.
no, Hood Trucker, I really, I really wanted to have y'all have that exchange, but I heard what Kwame was saying. I heard what you were saying, and I was like, man, this is about to go left
well,
if I don't,
here's my here
So,
was
like
my
I said,
intention.
I have to,
Here was my intention. I mean, I was patient. I was delivering my own load at the same time. I
you
don't know if
were,
y'all
you
know.
were.
So I was working at the same time. So I was patient, right? So when I said, okay, I finally said, can I chime in? I had a question. My question was going to be along the lines of you want to help younger black basketball players. Can you tell these black basketball players how not to get in a situation like you got with Merrill Lynch? That was going to be my question. I was going to greet him, and I was going to say, hey, we got differences, but we on Lamont's channel, and I don't want to beef with you, but I have this question for you. But before that happened, he started saying, once I did, I think I got muted, and then he said, oh, you got shit draws trucker over here. That started the whole thing. I'm not,
And that
listen.
started that. But once I heard that, it's just like, and then even when I tried to put the fires out, I just sensed he wasn't backing down. And then when he attacks, you not the type to back down once you attacked, and I was like,
But
this
here's the
can go
thing.
left. I
Here's the
understand
thing.
where you was coming from, but like I said, in the moment, I'm thinking I gotta put these fires out, because
Right.
I didn't
But
want to.
right.
No,
I
go ahead, go
understand.
ahead.
I understand. But from my perspective, I didn't, because there was a few people on there that didn't get a chance to speak, whatever. And I just my personal opinion is that Kwame wasn't muted at the same intervals as the rest of us were.
Yep.
Now
No, he was. No, he was, but he was just
No.
unmuting it immediately. Because
How is he
the thing
able
is,
to
just like
unmute
Hood
it?
Trucker, if you mute me right now and I hit the unmute button, just as soon as you mute me, it don't mean nothing. I'm sitting here I'm trying to mute 9 people at the same time, and everybody's taking themselves off mute. It was starting to get too hectic, because like I said, it wasn't just you talking. When he responded, you responded, not just you two, but everybody on the panel is going crazy. And now it just sounds like chaos. And I'm streaming on 3 different platforms. I'm streaming on Facebook, Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitter and YouTube. So when people get to yelling like that, do you know what it does to the audio board on Twitch? I mean, it just goes bananas. So I had a 279 people on Twitch who yelling in the chat or saying typing in the chat, we can't hear nothing. The
One
audio's distorted.
one
So that's what
second.
happens. So these are all of the things I'm sitting here trying to manage, along with
so you're saying
responding to Kwame.
so you're saying when you muted Kwame would unmute himself?
Say that again.
So you're saying when you muted Kwame would unmute himself?
When everybody was doing it, I'm sitting here hitting the mute button on everybody. That's why I got to the point where I just had to put everybody in the backstage, because it was just getting out of hand. Because nobody would stay on mute, and when Anti wanted to talk, it's fine if two people by themselves are getting into a head-to-head confrontation, but when two people are in a head-to-head confrontation and everybody else wants to chime in at the same time and start to give their 2 cents at the same moment, it just sounds like chaos, and nobody can hear nothing, nor can the two people have a real good any type of exchange.
Well,
that's what it was turning
true,
into.
true.
It was turning into a mess. To be
True,
honest,
and I didn't really want to. My intention wasn't to come in and hijack your channel or nothing like that.
I know your intention wasn't to come in on no hothead stuff. I knew that from the jump. But once I saw how he reacted, just snapped at you, it was like I was like, well, this can go left.
Lamont,
And so, but I understand where y'all coming from. But again,
Lamont, I want to read it. I want to read a comment from Terrell McKnight. He said, you should have let Kwame leave. No need to potentially damage relationships for a guy that will turn on you at a moment's notice, and trust that nigga's going to do that shit again. He's going to do it again, and you're going to have to do something. You got to do something, and you're going to have to make a decision.
There's no reason for anybody to come at me. I mean, people. There was no reason even for today's live that he did. I mean, you can do it you can do it all you want, but at the end of the day, what today simply proved was that if you do it, it is never going to hurt me or my channel. Ticket TV's whole intention by bringing this to Kwame was to hurt my platform. That's what it was.
You let him, Lamont.
That's how I run my platform. I've been running my platform like this since day one.
Forget how he treated Trucker.
But Maryland,
forget how he treated Trucker. Forget how he treated your people. Maryland, it's how he treated
what I do
you
on
your
my channel.
Platform.
Kwame's not the only one to come in and get disrespectful. Tickets came on there and done the same thing. There's other people who've pulled up, been super emotional, upset, mad, yelling. And my response has always been the same: stay cool, calm, and collective, and I'm not going to react the same way they are. That's not something just for Kwame. Every time there is some type of incident, this is my reaction. I'm never going to overreact or underreact to anything. I'm going to stay cool, level-headed. And that's what I do every time.
You're perfect. You are perfect. Yeah. You should have been a psychologist.
If I would have got off kilter, if I would have got off kilter and started going right back at him, everybody would have said, now he's getting under Lamont's skin, because that ain't Lamont.
And I don't even think
nobody would have said that. Nobody would have said that.
Yes, they would have, because that's not me.
They would have been like, you justified. You justified.
But I don't even think that was the thing. I think a lot of people were just saying that he didn't get muted at the same rate as a lot of other people did. Because he was just able to talk, and he was constantly saying I remember specifically one thing he said about another gentleman on there. He said he had fake swag or something, and he would just start steadily just throwing like these little
but Hood
jabs.
The thing about that is, if that's the case, if that's how you feel, the thing about that is, he was the guest that I wanted to pull up. That's who I wanted to pull up and address what he did on his stream. I mean, the fact that I allow other people on to give whatever questions they potentially had, that was just something I was doing because other people was really wanting to get a word in on what they thought about what happened this morning. But I didn't want it to turn into, okay, you said this about Candace Owens in the past, and then now you just going at everything the man said, and it's all over the place. I mean, you can do that if he had allowed it, but once it start getting crazy like that, and now everybody's trying to chime in and act like they jumping on them, that ain't how my platform is ran.
Listen, Lamont,
that's just how I do things. Like I said, Lamont, I apologize if y'all feel some type of way. That's just how I did things. That's how I've always been over there.
Lamont, he wanted Trucker and that other dude, Anton, off the platform. He kept trying. They
stayed.
You did it, and you did it. No,
I didn't. Anti stayed. Anti was there the whole time.
What happened?
Anti was there the whole time. LBZ left on his own.
I was muted a lot, but and at some point I had to go. But
I put Trucker back in, but then when I put him out, he came back in and it said device disconnected, and it said that for 3 other people waiting. And I was trying to figure out. I thought it was my StreamYard lagging or my internet lagging, and then I guess it corrected itself after 20 minutes. But he didn't hit the link and pull up again. If he would have hit the link and came back in once the problem corrected itself, I would have let him in. I didn't have no problem with him having interactions with Kwame. I just can't let it get toxic.
the thing about it is that he's a polarizing figure. Number one.
He
Yep.
really is.
Number two, if you going to interview him and you want to keep it,
It wasn't really an interview.
well,
Not really.
if
That's
you,
not
I'm
how I do
saying
my interviews.
what I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to say is that if he's a polarizing figure and you let other people in to chime in or ask questions or something like that,
He really is. I'm very
it
polarizing.
can get hectic, but at the same time, if you give him what a lot of people felt like he got some type of preferential treatment because he was able to just go on and
Yep.
on and on and
Yeah,
on.
Yep.
There was no
but that's what I wanted. That's
hold on,
y'all understand. That's what I wanted.
but hold on. If you go and invite people in, you got to give people a chance to say what they have to say or whatever. And even if you go even if you have like 10 people in there, you can give everybody a little chance or whatever and mute him too. But and I think a lot of people didn't feel like he just had to run
I
the
know,
gamut of the
did
channel.
y'all? One of my subscribers said at the end of the whole thing, when everybody was about to leave, he said something. I think, and he also called me about this after the show. He said, "I appreciate Kwame apologizing, but he said I'm glad you let him talk like that because it's a lot of people now who hear some of the hypocritical statements. They said, yeah, we do appreciate it, and some of the takes on sports and coding and all this. Some of it was a bit hypocritical because it kind of clashed with each other." He said, "I'm glad you love." My goal was sometimes I let people just talk like that, and I can't go back and forth with you if I don't know where you truly stand. If I don't understand, that's why I ask these questions. I let you go. I let you talk. I try to ask intrusive questions so you really kind of explain where you're coming from with these things. That's what the goal was. That was the goal, but it was really for me. It wasn't an interview. I wasn't there to interview Kwame. It turned into like a Q&A with some of the panelists, but then it just started to get toxic. And I just, again, when it gets like that, I got to start.
Read Terrell McKnight's comment. Read this one.
Condescending to the whole, that's cool. We have a lot of people who come on that are condescending. We treat them the same way.
Nah, he was different.
No, it's not. It's not different. But the thing is, if you own my show enough, you know how I treat people who come up and pull up that are condescending like that. I treat them the same way. Same way.
Do you know what
Y'all
Billy
want me to
Allen?
react like somebody else would react? I can only react like how I normally do things on my channel. And I try to be consistent with that.
Billy Allen says, "Hey, Lamont, stop rationalizing Kwame's behavior by generalizing how he acted, bro. Cut it out. Cut all of this. Everybody was doing it. Bullshit." This person's probably, he goes to your stuff more than I do. And
No,
I've been on your show.
I've never seen him in my channel.
Well, I've been, even though I don't always talk, I did come to you. I told you, I visited. And it does get rowdy, but it doesn't get that. I mean, it's not like that. Like, everybody's still chill afterwards. They have a beer and they, somebody throws the other person the keys and they drive home. I mean, it's not like how it was. It was how he was talking to you that was bothering me more so than anything else. But that don't bother me,
Marilyn. That don't bother me.
I know, babe, but it should.
I understand where you're coming from, but the way people talk to me, I've been talked to way worse. It don't bother me, to be honest. The only thing that bothers me in life is if you put your hands on me, then we have a real issue.
Thank you.
But outside of that, when I'm on the basketball court, I play basketball, so I hear all types of stuff. When I'm hooping in these pro-am leagues, people say everything. So I'm kind of immune to the trash talk and the banter and the name calling that you can do. It don't bother me like it bothers normal people. I just don't. It never has. I shake it off. I laugh at it sometimes. I keep it moving. It don't bother me. So people say condescending, but I honestly didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care.
But and look, nobody can tell you how to run your channel. But I think that one of the things that just people were concerned about is they just felt like you just let Kwame just have a run of the show and basically didn't have any type of ramifications for what he said, the way that some of your guests had, because a lot of times you muted someone if they said something. There's another dude.
Not if they said something. If it started to turn into a yelling contest back and forth. That's the only time. When LBZ came in and he was going at him, bringing up the Breonna Taylor stuff, I let him cook. He bumped himself out on accident. I don't know what happened there. I actually like that dialogue. But remember, when he was talking about that Breonna Taylor stuff, it was just two people talking, and I let them go. But when it happened, when I'm hearing all 9 people on the panel also talking while you two are going at it, I got to do something because I'm streaming on 4 different platforms.
I
And it
understand.
disrupts the audio everywhere when you got all 9 guys going at it.
Yeah,
and I'm muting Anti, he's unmuting himself. I mute Spiffy, he's unmuting himself. I'm muting SB, he's unmuting himself. I mute you, you unmute yourself. So, and that's what was going on. It was a chain effect. And like I said, you know how it is. I mean, if you've had 9, 10 people in here going crazy, I mean, imagine what it would be like in here if you had Kwame as one guest and you had 9 other people. It would get hectic.
The difference is I don't have any sponsors, right? I'm gonna let everybody go. But again, we don't want to say like you should be doing this or doing that. I'm just saying like the perspective is that Kwame just had a run, basically because he was Kwame Brown, a hood trucker, had a few seconds to say what he had to say. But a Kwame Brown can say because he went at length about how I doxed his children. I got a video that was available on YouTube and used it to do a story about how he talking about these kids and the shoes, and we said, okay, well, if you care so much about the kids and the shoes, why you don't care about your own kids and your child support? Because it was a thing in there about the garden ad lighting or whatever, and then we also said some stuff about Bank of America. He couldn't pay his bills, and then the Merrill Lynch stuff, right? And then it was like, well, he doxed my kids. Okay, then why you don't have a problem with Google? Google is doxing your kids on a daily basis. If you want to know who your kids are, you go to Google. Google has you up there. The document was on a video that I got off YouTube, which he said out of his own mouth was the documents was provided by his own baby mother. So I know what he wants to play. He wants to play the victim towards me because he don't like me. But at the same time, that's disingenuous because you know what the circumstances are.
And
you a celebrity. You a celebrity. Anybody can get your kids. It was nothing up there that you can't get from Google. So why you ain't calling Google, or why you ain't have a problem with Google or even mention Google about doing that?
And,
But you want to mention the hood trucker.
facts. That's all facts. And what I mean by that is, remember, I'm kind of new to following your channel, and I haven't actually watched. I didn't see that particular video. So if I knew that information, that's something I could say to your defense. Like I came to the defense of some other people when I knew the information. I just didn't know the degree of y'all exchanges. So it would be wrong of me to speak like I knew what was said, what was done, what information was already out there. I just didn't have the facts to speak on it. That's why I asked him. I said, do you want to have that exchange with the man? And he said, no. Right. And then, but the thing is, by him saying that, again, take that for whatever you want to judge it as. But that's, I mean, maybe you can take a deduction about him not wanting to indulge in that conversation from that point forward. Because if it was me, I would have invited the conversation. If it was me, because I'm always pulling up, I say, yes, bring him on. I'm having that conversation, but that's just me. He didn't want to have it. So maybe, like I said, maybe there's something you can take out of that he didn't want to have the conversation. But right then and there, I could, if I would have brought you back in and let you have that conversation, we both know it, along with the other panelists and how heated it was getting, it would have just got out of control again.
Well, not from my perspective. Maybe from his.
No, not from yours. I know you was level-headed. You sat patiently for an hour, if not more. I give you credit for that.
But what I'm saying is, if I would have been given the opportunity to say what I just said, it took less than a minute, and if he would have been muted like I was muted, he could have heard what I've had to say, and it could have been something squashed by that time, because he said that's why he doesn't want to squash a beef with me, because I doxed his kids. That you can easily pull up on Google, and and it was also a video that it was publicly available on YouTube. So I used a YouTube video to do what Google does every day. And again, if I think that's a lot of people, and I'm not just the only one. There's some people that weren't afforded the opportunity like he was, but he was your guest, and he's the big, he's the 400,000 subscriber guest or whatever, and all of us
It
are
wasn't
less
about
than
him being a guest. It was the number one priority for me. This is a bit selfish, was to address the issue that in regards to me. That was the number one issue. And he said he apologized for that. And whatever you want to take from that, I was cool with it. So I'm hoping everybody else is cool with it. That's all, and that's all
Well,
I was trying to hear. And then I moved on from it. I moved on from it that quick.
He
I do
apologized to
regret
you.
that you couldn't get your take off, though. I do regret that.
No, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I have my own channel, and we can do, we doing it. We doing, I can speak my voice over here. I mean, me personally. I mean, I get what you're trying to do. You got sponsors, you got a lot of stuff going on, or whatever, and you may not want to have talk to stuff over there. But I'm just saying, like, for a lot from the perspective of a lot of people that was looking at it, it was like he was given preferential treatment over some of the. But again, I understand why you would do that, is because he was the main guest, and if you keep,
I don't even want to make it seem like that, but first of all, I know what would have happened if right out the gate. I see what Joe said. If right out the gate, I would have came with all of the toughest questions that we've talked about on our channel. Wow, if I'm interviewing him and he's expecting these questions, like, there's a certain decorum you got to have for people you bring onto the channel. I'm not going to ambush you with questions you're not prepared for. This is a debate channel. When we set up debates, I actually put up Amazon gift cards on the line. I want both sides to be prepared. It's just how we do things, whether you agree or disagree with what the other person is saying. And I didn't want to ambush him with a whole bunch of questions that people been holding in for the last 5-6 months, and now you want to unleash him on my channel now that I want to address an issue that I have with him. I mean, I wish I could have did that for everybody. I just couldn't do it for everybody right then and there. I just couldn't. Wish I could have, but
and again, I just think that like from the chat, we've seen thus far in this live, and some of the chats in your own live, they just felt like the Kwame Brown was treated like with kid gloves, because he was able to go on and disrespect a lot of people on in the backstage, and some people that came up. He disrespected you a few times, and it was like he was telling you how to do your stuff, and you shouldn't do this, and why you didn't greet me, and my name is Quan, like a lot of just little petty stuff, right? And then he was just able to go on and on and on and on and on. And I get that he's the guest, but at the same time, like Marilyn said, like some of your day one dudes was like, we got kicked out or muted or something like that.
Nobody got kicked out. There's only one person I kicked out. That was Too Blunt Sports TV, but that's because I wanted to make room for Elder, and I put it in a private chat. I let him know. There's only one person that I went in and kicked out. I didn't kick anybody out. People either left on their own or whatever. But I was trying to be patient enough for the people that was in there. Once it's settled, I could get to you so you could get your question out. Just felt like nobody was willing to settle down. That's what it felt like. It just was getting too hectic.
Well, I mean, the guy did go on and on for long periods of time. I mean, how long was the interview? Like, it was.
You said what? Say that again.
What, wasn't it a few hours that he was on there? A couple hours.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours. Well,
yeah,
I mean, for the first hour, it wasn't. The first hour he wasn't there. He wasn't there the whole time, but he did pull up.
I'm talking about his specific time.
Yeah, probably a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, he was on it for a couple hours, and
he said he went hard. Hold on, Terrell McKnight. Kwame didn't go hard on me. Kwame regurgitated information that Ticket TV's already tried to put out twice on other platforms. I'm used to it by now, Terrell McKnight. I've seen it happen twice already on Ticket's channel and on another channel, LB, like Sports News and Politics or something. It's just happened twice. Did it surprise me? I'm surprised that this didn't happen sooner with Kwame's channel, to be honest. It did not surprise me at all. And all my subscribers basically hit me up at the same time saying, Ticket's doing it again. He's doing it with Kwame now. Because we've all seen the same thing go around again. Because ultimately, Tickets just was using Kwame to push something he's tried to push on 2 other channels.
Lamont, the video
and
that
Kwame
you
fell
did,
for it.
Lamont, the video that you did with Hood Trucker was weeks ago. Why the fuck that nigga bringing it up now? Why are you bringing up that video now?
I'm telling you right now.
You must have said something after that finally made him turn bitch.
Nothing.
Do you like
Maryland,
Stephen A.
nothing.
Smith? Do you
Maryland,
like Stephen
nothing.
A. Smith? If you like Stephen A. Smith, then that's the problem. That's the
No,
problem.
I did a video calling him a shock jock on my channel. I don't hate him nor do I love him.
He's trying to control the black manosphere, the black not manosphere, but the black YouTube world, because he can't control white people. He can't go into white spaces. He's scared of white people, first of all. So he's not going to even try to do that shit with them. But with you guys, you talk, and you better talk the sports that the way you and your crew have been talking.
Well, that's what
months.
we always do. He didn't change that, Maryland.
No, he was saying stuff. He was saying, like, you know,
but Maryland, that don't change how we operate.
Channel.
We operate the same.
I hope so, because be prepared. If
Maryland,
if you don't bow down, listen.
Maryland,
if you don't bow down,
he's not
going to do it
though.
again, and he's gonna make another live.
But Maryland, I've had a bigger YouTuber debates, come at me already.
It's going to be like FYF sports debates. I thought I told you.
Maryland, this is not the first time. I've had Ticket try to come at me. I've had bigger YouTubers
Ticket's
try to come at me.
Ticket's a no fucking body. He's a nobody. He's a nobody.
But the thing is, he's a somebody to some people. So again, it doesn't bother me at this stage. Now, at this stage, it's all become YouTube entertainment. And I understand that what Kwame did for me at this point, all publicity is good publicity. That's how I feel right now, because like I said, Ticket's done it 2 times already on 2 other channels. He tried to use Kwame this 3rd time. But by that point in time, I was really done with addressing it, because it's just regurgitating the same things that I've talked about. I wish he would have never deleted the other 2 videos. It's just like a duplicate of it. And he just using a different pawn to do it. He used Kwame, and if Kwame allowed himself to be used in that situation, that's how I feel. That's exactly what happened.
A lot of Kwame's subscribers have the same type of background you and Trucker have. It's like, he's just so fucking dumb. You trying to dox and shame motherfuckers. You don't realize that many millions of people in this country have gone through stuff. You do things. You do it either out of greed, or you do it out of, just fucking around. People have done things. And I know a lot of his subscribers got jackets. A lot of them. All of them. A whole bunch got jackets. And they call themselves, like, revealing everybody. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Joe says, Kwame says I was controlled by white media. That doesn't bother me. That's the thing. It doesn't bother me when you say that, because
he said you were controlled by white media? He said that for real?
Yeah. But the thing is when we go live again and we discuss that when we do our reaction to that interview, you know what we gonna do when all of our stuff, when our panel gets together again? We literally gonna have a laugh and joke fest about it, because we just laugh it off and we keep it moving. What's the sense of harboring all this stress and all this anger and being mad over stuff? We literally have roast sessions. We're gonna laugh about it. We're gonna keep it moving and move on to the next basketball topic. I'm just telling you what we do.
Lamont, Terrell likes you. Terrell, he said, not coming for you, Lamont, just making an observation.
No. I understand where he's coming from.
A lot of people like you. So if I apologize for how I said it, how it came out. I was just disappointed.
But Marilyn, I understand how you felt, because the optics probably looked bad. It probably gave the optics that I was not letting Hood Trucker get his just due off. And I didn't want it to look like that.
He wasn't allowed to speak.
I didn't, Marilyn, I promise you, I did not want it to be like that. I wanted to see that in an exchange. I just knew at that moment how heated it was getting, and with all the other people getting involved, it was not going to happen. Not on that day.
Yeah, Nefi, you got to watch it.
Well,
you gotta watch the videos.
Well, as soon as you said we have the Hood Trucker here, I mean, he immediately came off his talking points with the shit draw. You got shit draws Trucker in here, and blah blah blah, whatever.
And exactly, and how he started that whole thing by calling you
after he was complaining about how you called him Kwame instead of Kwame. So
but
he's
Hood Trucker, what did that do? What did I say earlier? You allow somebody to speak and divulge their real feelings, it starts to expose things like that. And you can take from it what you want. I felt it was kind of hypocritical because, again, by allowing somebody to speak, now you start to see things coming. I try my best not to be hypocritical. I try to be fair, and I try my best, but sometimes it's hard. I try not to be that way. And if I'm that way ever, call me out. I have no problem with people calling me out. Like when Marilyn said she was upset, I'm not mad at Marilyn for saying that. I understand where she's coming from. Right. She supports you, and she's been wanting to see that exchange for a while. Well, I wish I could have let it happen, but it was on me.
Not just the exchange, because I wasn't trying to have an exchange on your channel. Because I had a pretty softball question, like how can you show, or what advice do you have to the youngsters coming into the league to avoid a situation like you had with Merrill Lynch? That was the question I had, and I was going to wait patiently to do that. And I didn't think that if you mentioned my name, that he was going to have such a reaction to me being in there to start to disparage me automatically as soon as you say that.
And I also like you, Lamont. I consider you a friend. I like you. I consider you a friend. So when he was disrespecting you, I was like, this dude's disrespecting my friend. I know we don't know each other. We're internet friends.
I know, Marilyn. I understand. But Marilyn, it's on my channel. It's gotten to the point where I think all my subscribers know how I react to those situations if they've been there long enough.
Yeah, but they were disappointed too. I don't even know them, but they're going to be disappointed.
He's been on my channel from day one. He knows these situations are not new. But every time situations like this arise, I've reacted the exact same. And it is always, I try to stay even keel with all of these situations.
Hitchbox in the house.
And it always favors me when I do things that way. It always does.
Hitchbox, what's up with you, man? But I had no intentions on disparaging him like that on your channel. I mean, I was gonna keep it respectful. It's your channel,
Trucker, I know. I was trying my best. That's why I said a second time, because the exchange never was gonna happen if Kwame didn't want it to happen. If he didn't want it to happen, as soon as you came up and started saying something, it would have just went left, cussing back and forth, calling you, because he was trying to press buttons and say things. So that's why I asked him. I said, "Do you want this exchange to happen?" If he would have allowed it, I would have put just you and him up,
Lamont,
and y'all would have had that whole dialogue.
Read Nick T. Lamont, I like you even more when I found out about your past, because I hate perfect people, and I know for a fact no one is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Salute. Nick T was, and again, he's been on all these channels, Ticket TV, my channel, so salute. Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
Okay, and again, me and his beef has nothing to do with you, right? And we get that. But again, I think that a lot of what people felt is that he just was treated with kid gloves, and wasn't because he wasn't.
I was there. I was just there to. I was there to address my issue, and again, open the panel up for everybody to have their questions. That was for everybody else. I have to control it. If it gets out of control, I got to shut that down. I got to try. And I do that with basketball conversations, and when they get out of control.
So, do you feel like it was a productive interview?
Somewhat, yeah. I feel like it was productive. Again, with regards to, at least, I mean, I can only take what was given. What was given was an apology. People call it condescending. A lot of people had their own opinions about it. The only thing I can do is, if you say it out your mouth, you came to my platform and said it in front of my subs, I got to accept it for what it is and move on, because it's not going to stop me from in the future. If he makes a bad take on something, I'm still going to drop a video on it. If he says something about coding and trades that I feel is accurate, I'm going to drop a video on it. So just like with Ticket, I never stop dropping it's going to be the same thing. They don't change our content.
Lamont, wait a minute. Hitchbox, and Hitchbox is he's an OG with us. He said that FYF Live was bad, but hey, lessons learned. Let's move on and to do better.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody want me to react their way. I can only do it my way.
No,
right. You're right.
We still love you. We know that you're a good person, and
I got so many other things at stake.
that you were a good person as well. He knew that nigga know who to do this shit with. He know who to do this. He ain't gonna go on Tommy's platform doing that. He sees not over here. He ain't doing it with him. I don't even have to be up here. I will go in the chat and let them talk mano to mano. Okay.
He would never do that. But
you need another man in the mono part, right? No, I'm just kidding.
but even before that, like I saw that it's a dude that's over there that uses my likeness and has my name. He was over there as Eric Williams, and I had said something to the effect of like he was on my nuts or something, and I got muted at that point. But
hold on, you said somebody was on the panel?
Yep.
Yes, it was Eric
Tell him
Williams.
who that person is. It's somebody that harasses the trucker. He got something called Truckers
Oh, you talking about the dude who came on the panel?
Yeah, Eric Williams. I think he's your friend. He's not your friend, but he's always on your panel, right? Is that him?
No, he's not always. That was the first time I ever talked to him.
But you know what? He came in as Eric Williams, right?
He came in as Eric Williams. I didn't know who he was.
He didn't come under as Hood Truckers biracial Zaddy.
Yes, he did in the comments. In the comments, he did.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I saw that. I thought it was just a troll account because when I go live, sometimes I see people with FYF channel in the chat. I just laugh it off. So I didn't. I thought it was somebody just trolling.
So Kwame, for some reason, knew who that was.
He knew exactly who that was.
He knew exactly who it was, and he wanted you to bring that person back on. He knew who it was.
I would have. I'll bring anybody on if they hit the link.
He referenced him. He said, why you didn't answer his questions, because he had some good questions. This guy complained to have 5 languages and all this other shit that he claimed to do. If you're so versed on coding and you're so versed on these languages and all this shit, why do you have a channel like with my likeness and my name in your channel? And you're not getting no money from it. And he sounds like a dude that drinks breast milk all day long and throw tantrums and takes baths with floaties. That's what he sounds like. So when I chimed
Joe, I didn't ban your account, man. That was BG. I unbanned it already. Sorry, Hood Trucker.
Who got banned?
There was a dude one of my mods named BG was banning a whole bunch of people. Somebody told me about it. So because he has an account called Kwame Brown's Banana or something, and it's always in my chat, almost every stream, and I just let him rock. But I didn't block you. I didn't block you, Joe. That was one of my mods. I think it was BG. He blocked like 10 people. I had to unblock him all today.
And he sound BG. Is that the one you were saying, Marilyn, earlier we were talking about? And he said he kind of sounded like a not Trump supporter, but a Kwame supporter.
He did. He was like, all of you with all this hate in your heart. I was like, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. Stop talking to people. You riding Kwame's nuts too.
He kind of sounded like a.
This is a beautiful thing that's happening.
That tells you right there. I made him a mod on my channel. I don't care if you disagree with me. Outside of the Kwame, I know that I've been known that he supports Kwame. And he's came on the panel and talked about it, but outside of that, we pretty cool. It don't affect me like that. I don't carry that with me. He's been a supporter for a long time. He tells people to subscribe, hit the like. When I see people doing that in the chat, I make you a mod, and he did that. So again, how he feels about Kwame, that's how he feels. Again, I can't knock him for how he feels about that issue.
I'm just happy you're here, Lamont. You explained yourself. I'm good with your explanation. I'm good with it. I didn't like how you were treated. I'm sorry. I didn't like how you were treated.
I understand, but at the end of the day, it's happened before. This was not the first time. Believe me, this is not the first time Ticket pulled this. And I just hate that. I feel like.
And can you tell us, can you let us know? Okay, listen. Can you give us some background on what the beef, I have air quotes up. What's the beef between you and Ticket TV? What happened?
Okay, so, man, I'm going to try to summarize this as short as possible. So, to summarize it as short as possible. So, I used to go over to his channel. Before I even had a channel, I would go over there, cook about basketball. We was having good conversations, whatnot. This was during the pandemic, when the pandemic hit. That's why I even started listening in, because I had nothing else to do. But there was a young dude on there. It was a really young kid. I'm talking about, he had been following Ticket probably since he was 13, 14. He'd been following Ticket. I think he was about to turn 18 at the time. And so he was, so his name was CJ. He was a big Ticket TV fan. I'm talking about, he lived and breathed Ticket TV. And there was a new girl that just pulled up out of the blue. She what she does is she goes all these male channels, says crazy stuff to bring people in. And what she did was she would just come in and just spark up like arguments that were not basketball. She would come in, if you didn't like Michael Jordan, she just came out the blue calling you bees and hoes and all this crazy stuff. And people were like, hold on. We be having some good conversations. When you come in, it just turned left and it go crazy. It got to a point where this girl would just come in and say anything. She even came in one day because the young guy loves LeBron. She said, oh, you was making fake accounts sending me nudes. And she was saying, Ticket, you need to block this young dude. This young dude's been following Ticket for 5 years and looks at him like a role model.
That's
and
messed
then
up.
One morning, the little homie calls me up in tears. He called me up in tears on my personal line. He said, man, Ticket blocked me, man. He said, this girl said I was sending her nudes, and she convinced him that it was me somehow. He blocked me. I can't even go on the show no more. He's crying. I said, well, look, I'll look into it, my guy. I'll see what I can do. And so I did a 3-part video series on this. If you want to watch the full story, it's actually pretty good. It's like a movie.
What year? I want to watch
this was
it.
last
year?
year. I'll drop the names of the videos. But basically, what I did was, because she was using that same fake account to troll my page. She was using a fake account that was linked back to a Facebook page that went back to her. So what I did was, again, I have a really strong computer background. And so I took what I knew to try to identify back to the Facebook account who was doing all this.
Night, Terrell. Thank you for being here. Please join the next live, Terrell. Terrell's leaving.
But I ended up using my prowess. I explained everything that I did in the videos. I showed everybody step by step how I came to the conclusion. And I basically exposed that, look, she's creating a fake accounts. She's putting all this fake information out there. And I literally did a step by step. It was hands down, no way out of it. Like, she was caught red-handed. But then also, when I continued the investigation, I saw more fake accounts. When I did the same back tracing on all of these other fake accounts, some of the fake accounts also came back to Ticket TV. And also what Ticket did was, Ticket exposed that he was using one of the fake accounts on his own live stream, messing around, switching screens, and he switched to the wrong screen, and it showed a fake account with CJ's name on it, right there on the live. Right.
Oh,
so
wow.
remember what he said. And when I went to Kwame's TV, he said, I was mad at you for making that Max Ether video. It was in that video that I exposed. He exposed himself trying to do something else. He was trying to expose somebody else. He exposed himself. So I said, I said, you was the one creating these fake CJ's account along with this crazy girl, Anna. And I just dropped a video exposing the facts. He got caught up in his feelings. So his rebuttal to that video, instead of saying I'm wrong, he never came back and said I was lying or I was wrong. His rebuttal was to go pull up what I did wrong in college and say, oh, you don't need to believe him because he got in trouble when he was in college. That was his rebuttal. And he did that on a guy named LB's channel. Then it didn't work. He tried it again on his channel. So his rebuttal was not to debate the facts, but it was to just try to run a smear campaign. And none of it worked.
You can't go on Black unless you're fucking. It's stupid ass Kwame Brown, but you can't go on many Black creators' channels on YouTube, because I'm not saying that everybody got somebody that's gone through something with the law, but a lot of people have. A lot of people either have done it themselves or they got family members who have, and it's like, why am I exposing this man for this when? For what? What? All because of what? Why am I going to? I'm not digging this. You can't come on my show unless he's a pervert or a kitty perv and it proves that that's what he's done. Then you can expose it. Because there's certain crimes that you just need to expose.
But Marilyn, I'm
but
telling
what you did, I don't want that. I don't care. Get that out.
Marilyn,
I
it
don't care
didn't
about
bother
this.
me. It didn't bother me. Yeah. Like people are getting upset for me, but they don't realize this is the third time I've been through this. I expected it to happen again. I didn't know who Ticket was going to use for the third time or the fourth time when it happens again with Ticket. I don't know. He's probably going to use another. He's probably going to use another person to try to put this information out since he's already tried it on his platform and now 2 other platforms. So right now, I expect it to happen again. It happened again. He used Kwame, and I addressed it, and I moved on from it.
Kwame allowed himself to be used. He didn't even do. And before I would even have that stuff that you had, that he put on, that the stuff that he gave Kwame, I would have to find that myself. I would be like, look, I want to see the records myself because you could have typed this shit up for all I know. Come on.
Hey, but people just got to do their due diligence.
Moonlight says she was backstage. Can you bring Moonlight on?
Oh, Moonlight was backstage? I didn't even see her.
Moonlight, are you leaving? Come back up. No, we didn't know. And Lamont was really explaining himself. You did it really good. I'm sorry I had to keep interrupting you, Lamont.
I totally missed it. That was my bad. I totally missed it. There's a lot of windows open here.
But I wouldn't have had that on my channel. He would have to tell me where do I go to get that information. I don't want his information if I was going to do something like that. I'm not going to just go with it. He could have been making stuff up and adding extra.
No, he was adding extra. And that's why when I don't know if y'all heard that part when I talked to Kwame, I said, look, Ticket's done this before. I didn't mind that you put it in your title. I said, the way you know that Ticket's using it to try to dox me is because if you look at Kwame's video title, it also had the word at the end of that. It said, yeah, he's a snitch. This is what Ticket's been saying for like the last 7-8 months because he knows that word in the Black community is like, you don't want to be labeled that. So he felt like, oh, he got in trouble. I can just tag along the snitch word. Hopefully that gets people to stop watching them. That's where the attempt to dox was. Because like Trucker said, a lot of this information is all public. It's not too hard to type my name into Google and find it, right? But when you start tagging along stuff that clearly doesn't belong to the situation just to try to make me look a certain way to Black people, well, then that's the doxing attempt to me. That's where I was
Brown skin lady said that they were trying to get people emotional about your college situation. When your kids get robbed in college, that shit was fucking low down.
Well, yeah. And this is another thing that Ticket tried to do. This is what Ticket tried to do. A lot of people don't know this.
You keep forgetting that Kwame was there too. You keep forgetting Kwame was like, oh, smiling.
I know, but Marilyn, here's what Ticket tries to do. So this stuff happened when I was a college student at Purdue. I graduate, I move on, blah, blah, blah. I come back to Purdue University, grad school, but I come back and I'm now the head coach of the club basketball team. They hire me back on. Even though I've had this on my record, I came back to Purdue. They allow me. The pictures are all on the internet too. Ticket just didn't want to show those pictures. Not only do I come back in 2017, but we win the national championship in 2017. Pictures are all up. So what he's trying to do, what he tried to do was he tried to make it sound as if this happened in 2017 and I was doing all this to my own players. That's what I didn't like. That's the only thing I really took offense to. And so he tried to flip it and try to make it seem like, oh, he's taking it from the kids. I was like, bro, that's not what happened, bro. And like, I came back. We won a national championship in 2017. The pictures is all over the internet. I felt like that was a bit of redemption. Got a job offer to coach elsewhere because of that success. And now we moved on from it. But that's the only part. That's where that's the attempt to dox because he's finessing the information and he knows that a lot of people aren't going to do real research on a particular issue. So he could just try to say it, try to dox. But then when I come in and explain it, people are like, oh. And then when they go look themselves, they're really like, well, oh, hold on, this ain't adding up. And then it's all different from there. But everybody's been through this. We've been through this.
Did you play for Purdue? You played for Purdue? Burner account wants to know. Lamont played for Purdue for real? Did you play?
Walk on.
So you were on the team though.
Yeah, at one point in time, but then moved on to another school, East West University, Chicago.
Okay.
Brown Skin Lady says Kwame been arrested like 6 times versus Lamont's one arrest.
But
you know what?
man.
Like I always tell people, because it's not on me to come back and attack you the same way you attack me. People, as soon as Ticket did that to me, I had some of Ticket TV's family members sending me detailed stuff about what's going on in his life. Literally, social security cards, pictures, all this stuff, saying you need to expose him. And I said, I don't do that on my channel. I said, if I had an entertainment channel or drama channel, I would do this in a heartbeat.
No.
I said, but I don't do that on my channel. And everybody on my channel has been saying, you need to, every time a situation like this happens, they always hit me up. You need to drop the information. You need to expose them. And I said, look, that's just not what I do.
Oh, well, give it to me. Give it to us.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's bad. From what I saw, it's bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad.
Real bad. Yeah. Can you, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being highest bad, no, and 1 being
it's
like
a 9.
Not that bad.
It's a 9.
Oh my God.
It's bad.
On Ticket TV?
You can
it's
make it
easy,
up.
It's
Lamont,
an easy 9.
You can make it up to Trucker from what you did. So
we'll talk later. But so okay. So originally, why is Ticket TV so mad at you anyway? And why did he feel uncomfortable to approach Kwame 69, the deputy, to help him in his plight to destroy you, so to speak?
Yeah, something happened because that live preceded. They had that planned. That was planned.
You know, from my understanding. So I think Kwame just didn't have nothing to do. I think he might have saw a video that I did like 2-3 weeks ago where I was talking about his interview with Jason Whitlock. He saw that interview, and he did a live about it. He did a live just about that interview, but then he went live again with Ticket because I think Ticket might have saw that live and was like, this is my opportunity to give him some additional information. So they did a second live with that information that Ticket had.
See, I'm familiar with Jason Whitlock, but what came out of that?
Honestly, I can't even remember. I've been through so much content and stuff. I can't even remember what my notes said. Because it wasn't really the majority of our conversation today. When we talked, it wasn't even about Kwame. You know, I think it was about a whole bunch of other stuff. And then our conversation turned back into LeBron James versus Jordan. So I honestly don't even remember the direction. But it's hard. When we get on those topics, we stay on those topics for like 30 minutes. And the next thing you know, we talking about Jordan versus LeBron. That's what happens.
Well, so, me personally, I seen something about that interview. I didn't watch it because I know what Jason Whitlock in his past is, and his what he's done in the past. And, you know, to me, it was like a good match because, you know, both of them, in my opinion, is, you know, ridiculous. And I felt it was just going to be like a ass kiss fest or something like that. And I didn't watch it, but you did a video on it though, and he didn't like it. It
was a video. The focus of the video was about LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith versus the world. Because
are you talking about your video or their video?
Yeah, I did a video because I knew this would really galvanize a lot of people, because you got a lot of people who hate Stephen A. and you got a lot of people that hate LeBron. And it just seems like you got the same talking heads talking about either one of these guys. And so what I try to do is I try to get people to think. I say, what's the reason why all these talking heads are targeting these two? Why does Carcino target LeBron so much? Why is everybody in black media, why do they look to target Stephen A. so much? And so, again, I just create the subject and I let everyone else take it where they want. I give my 2 cents on it. And then we just go into our conversation. For some people, it may be about Kwame. Most of the conversation, it wasn't even about him. It was about the Carcinos and other people like Tickets who Ticket made 100 videos. He said he made 100 video series talking about why LeBron James isn't great. I mean, that's pure hate for the man, right? When you got the time to make 100 videos on him.
So, Lamont, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah. Yo.
Have you ever thought about? Have you ever thought about getting into politics?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Because
Why not?
anybody that can calm Maryland down should be in politics. You got to give a gab over there.
Lamont has that voice. Hey, baby, what's the matter?
She was mad. She was hot at you. She
She was,
was hot like.
but Hood, I knew she was mad when she was at the end of my video, and I knew she was mad. So I said, let me go ahead and like I said, she seems cool for the most part. So I got no problems with nobody, man. I just like I said, it was it the right decision to cut your mic? Probably not, but in the
No,
moment,
I
I
mean,
had to do something, man.
You had every right. It's just again, some people felt like his mic should have been cut as well. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
So you said Kwame apologized to you for what though?
Basically, I'm assuming. Look, because I'm assuming it was for the teaming up with Ticket putting out the information. Because again, I never attacked Kwame in that manner. Everything I talked about him with was coding or trades or basketball. But then my whole point to him was, well, I see this video and it's just a complete dox with the word snitch added to it. That has nothing to do with anything that I did in the past. So I said, is this an intentional dox? So when I broke it down to that way, I think that's what hit home. And that's where he said he apologized. But then for me, what I apologized for was
he was just using that as an excuse. He wanted Trucker off your panel.
No, that wasn't what it was. What I apologized for when I initially came on this platform, the first time talking about coding and trades, and I even said this in my initial video about that interaction. I said that one thing I hate is that I didn't come in and say, introduce myself properly. I just went right in on the topic without saying who I was, what's up, thanks for letting me on. It is his platform. He let me on. So I didn't do that. And I even said that in my video that I did months ago. So I had no problem with reiterating something that I already said in a video. I said, I mentioned that in my video. I normally don't do that with people.
Well, Rob McMillan makes an interesting point. Whitlock only likes Kwame because he's beefing with Charlemagne, Matt Barnes, and Steven Jackson. They all have the same enemy.
That's facts. That is facts.
Mm-hmm. Friends. What is it? Enemies of my enemies are my friends. Is that how I go?
Yep.
The same way Ticket and Carcino are tagging along Kwame. They don't really like Kwame. They've obliterated this man's name on the back. I remember I was on Ticket's channel before all of this. I know how they used to talk about the man. They used to throw this man in the dirt. But when he popped up on the scene and he had all the viewership, the whole tune changed. And
wait. Read Moonlight's comment because that's facts. You don't say that word facts. So that's facts.
An apology followed by arrogance is not very humbling. Same scenario the ball player blamed Hassan for.
Yep. Hassan tried to go. He came in peace.
One thing,
and treated Hassan
I
like
have to
garbage.
be fair. The one because I even defended Hassan's point of view on this. When I heard Hassan Campbell apologize, whether a lot of people said it was insincere or not, I said it was an apology.
Or he wouldn't have apologized.
No, it wasn't. The thing is, whether you say it was sincere or not, people gonna have their opinion on it. I felt at that time you should have just accepted the apology, because you can't judge what's in somebody's mind or heart. So Kwame apologized live on my channel in front of all my subs. I can't judge whether it was sincere or not. I just have to take it for face value for what he did.
Lamont,
that's the only thing I can do. I got to be fair to him for that. I have to.
Brown Skin Lady says you had already apologized for not speaking. You did it again on his live today. Did you go on his live today?
Yeah, when I went on, I reiterated because he mentioned that when I came to his channel initially, I didn't do all this, but I basically said, well, if you said you watched my follow-up video, you should have already seen that the first thing I said in that follow-up video was that I didn't like how I came in. I should have gave you a salutation before I went into my diatribe. I said that. I just reiterated. He said he didn't see that. He said he got a clip that somebody sent him. So again, the research. I got T-shirts saying research purposes only. The research over there is lacking a little bit.
And so what if you didn't give salutations? So, I mean, he's
I know he's a joke, man. He's a fucking joke.
And he pointed that
That
out.
was just an excuse. That was just an excuse. He just made that up. Kiss that nigga's ring, man. Shut up.
He pointed that out, like, you didn't do it to me, but I'm gonna make sure to do it to you on your channel and all
And he
that.
kept saying it like 5,000
But
times.
when I addressed it, the thing is, though, I feel like the way I addressed it allowed it not to be something that you could continually push as a narrative as to why you want to keep coming at me. The fact that I already had addressed the salutation issue months ago, after it initially happened,
I know.
it made it seem null and void to keep harping on it, because this is something I addressed already months ago, clearly in my video, and then I
No,
doubled down on
like
it on
one
your
of your
live and my live.
like one of
no, but
your
we're talking
subs
about
said,
Kwame Brown, though.
like one of the guys on your panel said, I don't remember his name, but right before I came on, he said that something happened. They got together. This was a setup. Something happened, and it wasn't about, because I know he saw Trucker's video weeks ago with you two talking. So something happened between now and then that brought all of this on.
Well,
And
just like with this video, I expect somebody to shoot it right over to Kwame and say whatever they want to say. Again, I don't mind it. The thing is, my interactions with people, you're not one. I told Ticket this. You're not gonna control where people go. I'm gonna go to anybody's channel and have the same conversations, whether they agree or disagree. I'm gonna always say my feelings or thoughts. I try my best not to disrespect people. I can't control Hood Trucker. Hood Trucker can go off on a rant right now, disrespecting Kwame Brown to death. I can't control that man's what he's saying on his platform. If he
I
chooses to
kind
do
of
that,
wish he would, but he's not. So,
but the thing is, if he does do that, who am I to stop him? Why are you saying that? Like, this is his platform.
Right. He wants to do it.
Like, who am I?
But do you remember early though? Early, because coding came later. Like, people talk about trading and coding. Coding was not a part of his initial
no, it wasn't.
stance on what young people should do. It was trades by itself. I had mentioned back then, I was like, you just, like, trades, okay, what about the technology? And then all of a sudden it was coding after that. So, like has anybody pointed out the fact that you initially were talking about trades, but then when you got a little backlash, it wasn't just me, it might have been a few other people. You originally was talking about trades, and then it was coding. But also, have you read that article talking about the troubled history of the article's called "The Troubled History of Vocational Education," and they were talking about how vocational education was specifically directed towards minority people because they wanted them to get a trade and not go to college. And civil rights attorneys or civil rights leaders was against all trades in schools in minority communities, because that was actually the fact, and that was the plan, because they didn't want their white counterparts to be competing in college. They wanted them to get them a trade, because once they get them a trade, then they do that for the rest of their life. And I think I remember you saying, like, in today, that you that a part of that where you were saying that trades push young people in a certain direction, and they stay there for the rest of their life, or it's like a lifelong deal, and you didn't want to like do that or something like that. Is that did I take that correctly? What you said? Did you say something like that?
The thing, I believe that kids shouldn't choose a trade until they graduate high school. That's when you get into your technical and vocational schools, your 2-year programs. Because when you're 16, 15, you have no business selecting your career field, what you're going to do for the rest of your life, because it's going to change. And we honestly don't know. I mean, I wanted to be a whole bunch of things coming out of high school. I didn't know at this point in time in my life I'd be business owner, running a couple businesses, doing YouTube, or even coaching basketball.
Right.
So I say build, like I said earlier in my stream, build foundational knowledge, help them be thinkers, innovators, creators. That's basically the engineers. Those guys, these are the guys that turn into the doctors, the lawyers, the people who have to think every day. Working in a factory line or hammering a nail in the wall is not thinking. You're just doing a task that's going to get replaced by automation soon. If you look in New York, they already have started building 3D homes. It takes a 3-man crew to build a 3D home. How much longer do we think these construction crews are going to last when we're talking about these kids and trades going 20 and 30 years into the future? So let's just teach them to be thinkers. So when they run into these hurdles, they know how to think their way through it, and they don't need a whole bunch of assistance to get out of these jams.
Naifa said, well, another missed Positive Sunday. Now, I forgot to mention we're postponing Positive Sunday till next Sunday. To be
This is positive, though.
It kind of is. I guess it kind of is.
I don't consider it negative.
We're going to try to make it
positive. Smart kids should teach other. Yeah, I mean, how many smart kids are you going to find that already have mastered coding that you can get to teach other kids? See, people disrespect how hard it is to teach. Can't everybody be a teacher?
But those smart kids, why should they? Are they going to be forced to teach the dumber kids how to code? I mean, that's
teaching is a skill. Even if you know how to code, you might not know how to teach it so somebody can learn it. Teaching is a skill. To be a teacher, you have to go to school to be a teacher. You can't just say, yes, I know how to build this. I can go be a teacher. No, sometimes to teach, especially when you're dealing with a classroom full of 30 different students who have 30 different learning styles, that's a skill. It's underappreciated, undervalued skill. And we most glowingly see it in public schools. Because we have a lot of teachers who know how to do things, but they don't know how to teach. They're just there for a paycheck. And once the next best job comes around, they out of there.
Okay, FYF Sports 500 on the Lakers don't make final. 500 on the Lakers don't make final.
No, he's trying to get me to bet the Lakers versus the field. That's a dummy bet. I'm not betting. I'm not even a Laker fan. Why would I bet the Lakers versus the field? You have 29 teams that can beat me. No, that's a stupid bet. Now, if you gave me, I would do that. If you gave me like 500 to 1 odds, and you were willing to pay me a lot of money to take that bet, if I won, then yeah, we maybe have a bet. So if you willing,
so do you think the Lakers will make the playoffs?
Oh, the Lakers, yes, I believe they make the playoffs. Now let's see if he's willing to bet that.
I do have one question, Lamont, and HoodTrucker had brought this up. Okay, you teach the kids trades in schools, high schools, right? Trades, no codes, just trades. The thing is, a lot of trades are unionized in many states and cities and everything. They can't come out becoming a carpenter or a plumber. I mean, immediately getting a job like that with just in high school. They got to go through some training.
You got to go through all types of stuff still. I just believe
it's like certificates. You got to take state exams for this stuff. You can't just be playing in somebody's plumbing.
It's a bad idea. Okay. It's a bad, terrible idea, but it sounds good. That's all it is. It's a talking point. He doesn't have no plan about how to teach his kids. You can't. Okay, if you're learning, you got all these different subjects in high school, geography and math and English and all these other stuff, and then what do you have the kid there learning a trade till 9 o'clock at night? No, the kids want to go home at some point. And so you really want to have if you do like an elective, you're gonna have an hour. How much can you learn in an hour a day? Probably 3 times a week. Because aren't electives not every day? They're like every other day or something like that. It's been so long since I've been in high school, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna learn a trade during that time. And are you gonna take it the entire time you're in high school? No. You might take it as a junior. You might take it junior and senior, but you're not gonna learn enough about that trade in an hour a day. Even if you had 5 days a week, you're not gonna learn enough about that trade to go get a job. You might be able to go get a job on the job site,
like apprenticeship or something,
like sweeping with a broom. You might be able to get a job doing that because you have a little bit of background on that, and it might the apprenticeship program. But see, the apprenticeship programs are done by the unions, and the unions are controlled heavily. The jobs and all of that, the ones that pay all the money, the good money, they're controlled.
But a lot of states aren't unionized, right? Like, I mean, I know, like, definitely California, New York, and Jersey are heavily union centric, but a lot of places like Texas, red states. A lot of them aren't unionized.
Because they have that right to work. It's called a right to work state, where they can pay you ridiculously low rates for the same job that they would pay a prevailing wage job. Like, so for example, I worked on a post office, and it was a prevailing wage job. Journeyman was getting like $40 an hour. I was an apprentice, and I was getting like $18 an hour. Like, I didn't know shit. $18 an hour, not to know nothing. That's a prevailing wage job.
You could take my face off and just put yours, the avatar. You could like just put yours and Lamont's together.
Hey, he doesn't work for the show anyway. He quit after the first week. That guy in my picture, the other guy in my logo, he quit after the first week. It was too much work. So I need to redo my logo anyway. It's just too expensive.
What happened to him? He's never there.
Oh, there's two people in there?
Yeah, he quit on me the first week of the show, man. I was calling him up to record an episode, and he just didn't answer. He bailed on me. I said, "Oh man," so I just had to go it alone, man, from the jump.
Oh, so
no, you put him up next to you. No, yeah, you had it before. It was just you two together.
No, it wasn't ever just us two together.
And you had me outside somewhere. I don't know.
No, you didn't put your glasses on. You didn't see where you was.
Oh, probably. Okay, well, go back. I haven't had you had it before. Yeah, I guess. No, put it all three, but kind of move. Can you move me over at the end and have
It's hard, Marilyn. The only way he does that is you got to back out the chat and come back in.
No, I don't even know how to do it. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do. I don't think you can reorder the screens unless somebody drops out.
I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna drop out. So I want you two together. Go ahead.
But you can come back in. It'll change the order. But nah.
I don't know.
Nah, you good. You good. You good. Ain't no problem. I was hoping you didn't think I had an issue with you.
No. Because that's your channel. Like, I can't tell you how to do your channel. I mean, it was. I can have opinions on what happened, but I mean, I didn't have, and I didn't want it to be like a Kwame Brown Hood Trucker thing on your channel. I mean, that's kind of disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So my intention was not to do that. My intention was to ask him about, how can you, tell these youngsters that's coming into the league nowadays to avoid that Merrill Lynch type shit.
Yeah.
And, he came in and was trying to get off on me. And, of course I had to respond. So.
Yeah. I saw that. And that's when I was like, man, as much as I want this to happen, this is definitely not going to happen today. And I think Kwame did a video today. He said something about the last video Hassan Campbell did, I guess. He's talking about his dad. He just got to him. He said he was just stressed out or something, or just things were bothering him. And I can understand that if that's the case, if he was sincere about that. So I understand that as well. I just try to be fair and look at everything from both sides. Like, I don't agree with Kwame on, say 90%, probably more than that, 99 or 95% of things he says, but I don't hate the man. So, nor do I had no hate for your channel and your platform. I like what you're doing over here. I can respect it. I wish more people had the balls to come pull up when they got problems with you, just like I asked them to do on my channel. But
yeah, but people like to hide behind stuff, and they want to talk crazy. Their life is miserable. It's like that Eric Williams dude. Not, I mean, that dude is just like, you created an entire channel. What'd you say? That's probably the same guy. He said you said you seen Kwame Brown's banana or something like that. I mean, that's
no, that Kwame Brown's banana is somebody different. He's on my channel all the time.
Yeah, so I mean, for you to do that, there's something, you got some screws loose or something, because number one, you're not monetized, so you're not doing it for the money. Number one. Number two, who's got the time to do that? I rarely look. I'm on a live at what time is it right now? I don't even know what time. Let's see. It's 12 something on the West Coast. It's like 3 o'clock on the East Coast, and I'm doing a live at this late at night because I've been working all day. I don't even have the time to create a whole channel and call it
Good
Kwame
night, brown
Brown's.
skin lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good night, brown skin lady. I don't have time to call, call it Maryland's banana web YouTube channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Like what is wrong with you?
Like how biracial Zaddy does this shit.
Yeah, and
No, Eric
who's got
Williams,
alarms?
that dude that was on your show.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got car alarms in their background?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I'm inside.
All right, it's me, but I can't help it. It's this I don't know what's going on.
Tell them somebody's breaking in their car.
I can't even hear it anymore. I don't even hear that stuff anymore. This mic is really good. This mic is really good.
We heard you eating Cheetos earlier too.
No, it wasn't me. That was him. That was Lamont. I don't like Cheetos.
Hey, Cheetos is good in noodles, just so you know. With some moisture.
I know where you learned that trick.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got some. I ate it already.
Somebody named Willard Alston wrote, I hear a lot of excuses, but no solution. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. What are we going to do?
Maryland.
The parents should do it. The parents should help the children that they brought into this world.
Those are the people you want to ask to come on the live panel.
He's not going to come on.
Well,
drop the link so Willard can show up. Go ahead, drop the link.
Willard, would you be willing to come up and explain your take on that?
Yeah, but just don't show his face until you know he looks legit.
Yeah, have you been porno bombed yet?
Yeah, remember that dude I told you about who was I remember I told Kwame about the situation where some dude was on Ticket's channel yelling out, "I'm glad your twin babies died."
Yeah.
That same dude came on my channel and he exposed himself on camera.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so I think he has some type of issue because he's done a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of crazy stuff here.
Eric Williams trolling FYF 2. He's a whole character.
And Joe King on Biracial Zaddy, Eric Williams, aka Eric Williams. I mean, and Kwame knows who he is too, because he addressed him as the Hood Trucker's Biracial Zaddy, not as Eric Williams.
But Eric Williams kept saying, he kept trying to, I think he doesn't know the knowledge that I have about coding and trade. So he was really trying to contest my knowledge. And that would be a completely different conversation. See, the thing is, I mean, when I have a app development company where we design games for a mobile company called Pop Games. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Plants vs. Gardens or Plants vs. Zombies, things like that. They make those games, and we help create the interface for him. So, I mean, if he wanted a job, he could definitely come work for the squad, and maybe we could teach him a few things.
He needs a job so he can move out of his mama house. Hey, Weezy Bang, what's going on with you, man? What's up with y'all? What's up with you?
Salute, Bang. Salute, Bang.
Yeah, he needs a job so he can move out of his mama house. I heard allegedly.
Right. Hey, I got him. He said he knows about coding. We can put it to the test for real.
But I
give him a project.
I heard allegedly he sucks on a pacifier. That's what I just heard.
He sounds like he does, though, doesn't he?
Oh,
he sounds like it.
And throws tantrums when he kicks his feet on the ground, the bottom too.
Joe King said, "But how do you make a video about me?" He didn't let me know about it.
Who? LeBum? Wait,
no, Biracial Zaddy. I mean, it'd be hard for me to even redo a response video to somebody with that channel name.
No, yeah. Lamont, he made a video about your first interaction with Kwame.
Yeah, I can't take nobody serious with a name like it. Like, if he's a professional and he has that type of YouTube channel name, I can't take you serious.
No, if he came on your channel as Eric, what's his name? Eric Williams.
He came on your channel. That was him.
No. When you come on the StreamYard, you can type in any name you want. Your YouTube exposes your channel name. If he's operating on YouTube under that channel name, then I can't deal with you. There's no way he's a professional running around with that. that channel.
Mr. G says, Trucker, have you purchased a house yet? Are you a member yet? To ask me that question.
That's a better question.
That's a member question. That's a member question. He's a goofy.
I wish we could have had that conversation. I could have spoke on that for a long time.
Yeah. Let's see. Everyone sports scared of LeBum making the finals.
Oh my God, he's still. See, this is what I got to deal with on my channel. That's the comments I got to deal with, man.
Okay, so what's going on with LeBron James then?
Nothing.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on with Anthony Davis and what's his name? The rectum guy. Rectum
They
guy.
figuring it out, winning games, and people getting mad.
They won.
They figuring it out.
Did they win that game?
Yeah, they won tonight. They on a 2-game win streak, and people fear that they gonna figure it out. If LeBron wins another championship, people ain't gonna know how to act. Carcino gonna keep running around talking about the NBA is rigged and LeBron is paying people off and he's fake and
hey, listen, how much what do you know about Carcino? What do you know about him? Like, give us a background history on that man.
Weezy Bang could probably tell you better than that. That dude, if you want to hear him eviscerate Carcino, he could come and do it with the quick. It might be too late. I know he.
No, Aweezy Bang. If you're still here, put the link in. Jump up here, Aweezy.
Oh yeah, now he's the expert. Like he's no holds barred, man. He will.
Aweezy, jump up here. We want to hear. What do you know about Carcino? Why is he a weirdo?
We want to hear about.
He is unfiltered with it. He's unfiltered with it right there.
We
drop the link. Drop the link, Aweezy.
Hey, we unfiltered like a motherfucker. You know,
Joe, how you gonna say Westbrook had a horrible game? He had 20 points and close to a triple double tonight. Come on, man. You got to stop, man. You act like we didn't see the stats. Westbrook led the team in scoring, man. He had a great game tonight. They won.
Is he up? Is it Weezy? You're going to click the link? Oh, there it is. You can click it. Please come up. Please, please, please.
Joe Jones said he don't want the money. So if the man said he don't want to get paid, I can't force him to take the $50 off. What you want me to do? I lost a bet to a guy and I said, "What's your cash app?" He said, "Nah, I don't want it." What you want me to beg him to take it? No, I mean, if you don't want money, then I'm not gonna beg you to take it.
If you sign up on my channel, you get $5 for signing up for Cash App. You sign up, get $5 plus the 50 you owe it.
I didn't know that they had affiliate links and stuff, Cash App and Venmo. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, you erased it. I had to put it back.
Is it Weezy? You gonna come up? Do you see him?
He might not come up. But basically Carcino's a guy. It seems like his main objective is to push the narrative that LeBron is like the worst human being in the world. That's his whole goal. And everything LeBron does is it's always some type of alternative. It's always some unseen power. It be helping him have success in life or on the basketball court. He credits so
not just his prowess on the court.
Yeah, it's not his skill or his business acumen. It's just that LeBron is paid off by such and such, or he's done this, and But the thing, I don't know. His goal is just to try to tear down everything LeBron is touching. He talks about his game. He complains about him changing teams and it's bad for the league. He makes up stories about how LeBron screwed over players. He just be making stuff up, and it's like he will even make stuff up about a player that I know. Like this is a player that I might have talked to before personally, and he's literally talking as if he knows this stuff is fact. And I'm like, I just talked to him last week. He didn't say that.
That's what Choke No Joke said. Choke No Joke said, nobody knows you, nigga. He's like, nobody knows who you are. It's like you make up these stories, but you have no pictures, no film, no video, nothing to back it up. You're a liar. You're living a fantasy. This is a fantasy. Nobody knows you at all.
Right. Good night, Moonlight. We'll see you another time.
Good night, Moonlight. Thanks for you and Brown Skin Lady, man. Y'all G's. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Seriously. And Naif is always here. Joe King made it. Great. Thank you, Joe.
Absolutely. I used to be a Patreon member of Carsino after he tried to say Prince was originally supposed to be a villain in Batman 89. I knew he was a liar.
That man took a picture with Floyd Mayweather and then he ran to the moon. Now he know everybody.
Yeah.
Man, bro. He took a picture with Floyd and now he in the know on everything.
He bumped him at the casino in Vegas.
Yeah, he bumped into him somewhere and took a picture, and well, he's living off that.
Right. That's crazy. So is the beef squashed between you and Kwame?
It was, for me, it was never a beef though. I feel like it was other people making it bigger than what it was. I always thought it was just kind of funny. Like I went over there, I said my piece. I didn't think I would ever hear from him again. I make my videos every now and then, but from the videos that I've seen other people making about Kwame, I never thought he would make a video on me because I was like, you got bigger fish to fry. You got Tommy, you got you got Hassan, you got other people really coming at your head about some other stuff. My little video on
You remember that dude? You remember that dude when they had the remember that dude? He was an NFL player too. I forgot his name. But he went to the XFL, and remember they wasn't putting their names on there, is putting their nicknames, and he had this nickname, He Hate Me. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Well, who was that? What was his real name? Because he was an NFL
I can't remember his real name, but I remember who he was. Yep, he was like the most popular player in that league.
Yeah, that's Kwame Brown on me. He hate me. Kwame Brown hates me
because it's true. When's the last time he spoke? The trucker spoke on Kwame was with you. That was the last time.
Because look,
yeah, but I've been noticing that. I've been like, because sometimes I tune in, I'll be like, trucker, because when I first saw your channel, I was like, you were talking about Kwame more, but then it kind of started going in. I was like, I like the little change. But so that's another thing is just like,
yeah, because there's nothing to talk about. The nigga's boring. I mean, it's like, how are you gonna? This becomes a Kwame Brown. We are not Gravity Takeout and 08 Rock Chop and whatever the fuck he calls himself. We're not.
Gravity Takeout is a weirdo, and now he's somebody I can clear. I can come at him. I'm waiting on him to pull up.
Who's this?
He's, Gravity Takeout, he's a little young cutie pie. I mean, he's going to always have his little fangirls, because he's cute. You can come at him if you want to. They'll just call you a big meanie.
Right.
He's a weirdo, bro. He's a weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
Bro, he's a weirdo, man.
He doesn't read. He doesn't fact check. And he just sits in his car like, oh, nigga, move. Go sit in the park. Do something different. Somebody's backyard, a terrace.
His editing is horrible too. By the way,
he doesn't. Does he edit? You don't edit either.
I've seen he has edits from time to time. I'm like, dude, Kwame Brown could do better than that.
Kwame doesn't know how to edit either. He doesn't know how to do anything. But sit up there.
So Lamont, do you cover? Okay, what sports do you cover? Okay, we know you do.
Mostly basketball, college basketball, football. We'll touch on boxing too, MMA, depending on how big the fight is. I'm trying to, because Ray DeRazzo, he was just in the chat. He's on my channel too. I've been trying to get some baseball experts on so I can get into baseball. That's the next lane I'm trying to touch. I need to tap into baseball. Mm-hmm. So I've been watching a lot myself to get more versed in it. And I need to find like another panelist that I can bring on like once or twice a week so we can have our baseball live streams. So
do you ever cover any boxing?
Yeah, we cover boxing. We cover the celebrity matches, obviously, but yeah, we also cover the big time fights. I think boxing, I tell people this, it's kind of got boring because nobody wants to fight each other. So now it's hard to see the best fights.
What did you think about What did you think about the Jake Paul? Do you consider Jake Paul and Logan Paul fighters?
It's celebrity boxing. It's not serious. I look at it just like what it is. When I talk about those, I'm just trying to get people to watch. That's for views. It's just, that's all it is. And it's not serious. I don't take that seriously because they box real boxers, they get knocked out. So you put them in there with Errol Spence and let's see what happens.
Didn't one of them fight Floyd Mayweather?
Mayweather was not taking him seriously. Mayweather could have knocked him out at any time, probably. I promise you, he could have.
Did the Dodgers choke again this year?
From what I saw, it looks like they did. They not in the World Series.
A Wheezy Bang wants to know if you're gonna cover hockey.
Hey, if I get a hockey expert, yes. Look, it's nothing off limits.
Okay, but look, let me ask you a question. What do you feel? How do you feel about a person who's 7 feet tall?
Yeah.
Who talks about fighting a guy that's 5'9"? Yet he needs to include his brothers in terms of talking about whether or not he's going to fight this person.
Are you talking about Kwame?
Should a 7 feet
he didn't make a name. What do you? He's not talking about Kwame. He's just talking in general. What do you think about?
Okay.
Should a 7 feet guy who's relatively in decent athletic shape be worried about a 5'9" guy? So in other words, that goes to like weight classes and all that. Should a 7 feet guy be
but have you seen a 7-footer fight?
No.
When I was in from college to high school, I never saw a 7-footer win a fight. It's too long, too lanky.
Most tall guys can't win the fight.
I saw Shaq throw a punch at Charles Barkley.
At Brad. At the white dude, right? Brad Miller.
No, Charles Barkley.
Oh, he threw one at Barkley. Didn't he miss? He missed Barkley. He missed Brad Miller. That's why they get beat up.
And is that why Kwame Brown keeps talking about his brothers when he referenced me about fighting some? He's 7 feet tall.
Oh no, man!
That doesn't. But does that make sense to you? I mean, like seriously, Kwame, you need your brothers to fight. Oh, talk about his brothers. It's like you don't like his brothers. Because I mean, your brothers are ex-convicts. Well, they're convicts.
No, I don't even like speaking on his brothers, man, because I don't even dive into talking about his other
he brings
family.
his brothers into it, dude. He brings his brothers into it. We don't want to talk about his brothers, but he brings his brothers into it, saying that I'm trying to stop my brothers from getting you. What are you talking about?
It's just internet banner. It's just internet talk, man. Y'all know how it is.
No, but I'm saying
when you say stuff like that, he says Kwame pointed at his phone as this trucker was right there. My brothers I'm trying to stop my brothers from getting you.
Maryland, we've had guys drop their address in the private chat and everything. And you know what happens when we Google the address? We get Pizza Hut and Domino's. So.
But here's the thing. That's a little different because you're saying my brother's this, my brother's that. Aren't you implicating them in a crime? Aren't you like suggesting that they are doing a crime of some sort? Because we all know that the hip hop police is a thing, and the FBI. I heard Tasha K talking about the other day how the FBI be subpoenaing her videos and all that kind of shit because it can't just take videos like from a clip that you post. They want the raw footage, so they subpoenaed her raw footage and shit like that. So if you're running around here talking about I don't like you and me and my brothers, this, that, whatever whatever you say after that. If something were to happen to me, even if it doesn't involve his brothers, don't you think the FBI would be coming to look at and see somebody's brothers? Because listen, if I'm 7 feet tall and I'm talking about somebody's 5'9", with my experience, I'm not going to include. I have 2 brothers myself. I've never included them in anything. I don't talk about them. I don't include them in any beefs that I'm in because I don't feel that it's necessary. So
Right.
if you talk about your brothers as it pertains to me,
Mm-hmm.
I made a short that said, or his brother was quoted saying, "You better save your energy for the hood trucker." So that being said, if a 7-foot guy keeps talking about your brothers, would you say about a 5'9" guy? Would you say that that person who keeps talking about his brothers is worried about the 5'9" guy?
No, from what I've seen on YouTube is like we have a guy on our channel named Gold Mike. I don't know if y'all heard of Gold Mike.
Who?
He's funny. He's one of the biggest comedians in the world. But when he gets pissed off, the first thing he gets to saying is, "I know people. I got people in your city. I'm calling them up right now." It's just, I mean, I hear the threats. Like that's not how threats work in real life. That's just not how they work. And one thing I learned from my criminal situation is, if I'm gonna do something, I'm definitely not gonna implicate myself. I already did that one time. Definitely not gonna do it again. So when I hear it on the internet, I look at it as, I think that's a fake always bang too, because that's not how he talk. But uh, I don't know. Kwame is who he is. I mean, it's just all internet talk to me. It's all internet talk. Until I
No,
see,
but
I've never seen one of these interactions get real. I've only seen it one time. That was with that dude who was on the channel named Elder. He pulled up on the guy, and the guy changed his whole tune immediately.
Ooh.
So I've only seen one person do it. He's the only one who I know will pull up on you. He's already said he's gonna pull up on me for basketball. He said he wants to play me 1-on-1. So I told him I'm gonna dust him off, but
yeah,
we'll
well, at
get
least
to that
that's
later. But he's the only one I've seen do it.
at least that's basketball. But what I'm saying is, if you claim to be who you are, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay, do you have any brothers?
Yep.
You do?
2.
When you get in a beef, do you ever mention them? And we
No,
won't put
no.
No.
No. That's
who
called
does
implications.
no, but who does that? Like you, like, what are you, a 7? I'm gonna get my brothers on you. Oh, you're 7. You might be 7 feet tall, but you're 7 in age too. Like, are you serious? But see, here's the thing. Once he started blowing kisses at Tommy Brown, I mean Tommy Sotomayor, I was done. See, I didn't
Yep.
even want to talk about him. I don't need. I don't, we don't need. We don't. We might throw a couple jabs here and there because he's goofy, he's ridiculous, all that stuff. We have fun over here. We throw jokes around, that kind of thing, and
But
we
that's true,
might throw.
Lamont. Once he saw him like throw kisses at even Tommy calmed down after that. It was like he said, "You might
He had a
algorithm
banana in his
thought,"
mouth. He's talking about
and
a banana.
he was throwing kisses at Tommy. Say, "Come here, my algorithm thought."
He asked
Ew, that was the Tommy.
his friend if he's gonna have his toes out. Listen, I told Marilyn. I said, Marilyn, if one of my niggas ask me if I'm gonna have my toes out, I'm gonna punch him in the face when I see you. Don't
Y'all
ask me about no
crazy.
fucking toes. Don't ask me about fucking. I'm gonna have my toes out. You out of your mind. I'm not. No. Mm-mm. So
You could only ask Trucker about his toes if he's gonna have his toes out. If you're a woman, you can't
you can't
ask if
even
you're a
know.
man.
Don't ask me. Period about my toes.
You don't
What
get
Yeah.
I have.
pedicures.
No.
You don't get
No.
pedicures.
Fuck no. I'm
But
not.
you want women. You
Who?
want women to
Hey,
get pedicures, but
no.
you don't want to get them.
Yes, I require a woman to get pedicures, but I don't get them. But because I'm not. What's his name? The one that married the Gavier Union. What's his name?
No, leave him alone. Leave Chris
What's his
Bosh
name?
alone.
Chris. No,
Oh,
Chris
D
Bosh.
Wade.
D
D
Wade.
Wade,
I'm not
yeah.
D Wade. I don't get no
All
fucking
he's
pedicure.
wearing is black nail polish, man. You're making it
No, no,
seem
no.
like
Hold
it's
on. There's
something
a
else.
difference between, because I even went once. My girl convinced me because my feet are so bad from hooping so long. I went once to get my pedicure on my feet, but they don't paint your nails. They just shave all the calluses off and clip your toenails. And I never went back. But if you get paint applied to your toenails, that's a whole new level. I might have to look into D Wade if he doing that. I got to go look at some. I got to
You didn't know
investigate that.
that? Wait. You follow basketball? You didn't know that? Come
So
on,
what?
man. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I heard whispers, but I never saw it for myself. I got to see this before because that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Thing, I wouldn't lie
Google
to you.
D
I
Wade's
wouldn't look. I
toes.
wouldn't lie
Oh
to you.
man,
I wouldn't lie to
yeah,
you.
the
And also,
fingernail, the clear, any colors you can't touch. You can't touch the polish, man.
you know what they call? Do you know? Do you know what when you get a clear on your nails? Do you know what they call that? When you go to the nail shop, for a man. I've never done it. I heard Howard Stern talk about it. So let's get that clear. But do you know what they call that? You know what they call it?
You're so afraid of being accused of anything
No,
girly.
God, come on.
Anything remotely close to what a woman does.
Look, look, did you see Snoop Dogg when he's getting his nails done? You see Snoop Dogg get his nails done?
No, I
Yeah, I
haven't.
can't do that either.
Snoop Dogg got his nails done. He's supposed to be a crip. He's supposed to be
He's
a
supposed to
crip.
be a
You getting
crip
your
getting his
nails
nails
done.
done.
I'm not getting my
Yeah,
nails done. No, I'm not getting my nails
yeah,
done.
that don't mix. That don't mix. He's right about that.
But y'all didn't even answer my question. Do you know what it's called when you get when you get just the clear on your nails? You know what it's called?
No, what's that?
Shiny buff. So when you when you go get a pedicure, when you go get a manicure, a
Nah, I
man.
don't even know if they
When you,
could buff my toes. My toes is
no,
done.
no, when you go get a man a cure, you get the shiny buff.
Because even when I go get massages, I can't have a man massage me.
No, I can't even get massage. Go too ticklish.
But I'm
So
picky about that.
how do you release that knot in your back when they
And you better get the strongest woman you can find.
No, I'm gonna tell you. See, I can't. It's too explicit for me. Like not in my back. It miraculously goes away. Uh, what's the PG version? What to say?
I had a lady. She stood on my back to get one out. It was something wrong with my IT band in on my leg. She was standing, using her elbows. She was doing all types of stuff, but she got it done though.
You know, it's something. It's something to be said about ejaculation that releases stuff in your back.
So who said that?
Experience.
trucker,
Experience.
trucker. That's who
Oh, you
said
mean?
it.
Hold on. Is that
Trucker.
your just your own personal experience type thing?
No, no. When see, because when you yes, it is a personal experience. However, when you it's like endorphins and all kinds of shit going on when you have an orgasm, when after you're having sex, and then you fall asleep and you wake up, you know you're relaxed. So it's like taking a pill. So when you have sex, it's like shooting heroin or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like a calming effect. I know I go straight to sleep, and I sleep like better than ever. Like that's the best sleep possible. You have sex and then go to sleep. That's the best sleep ever.
So
That's
Lamont,
facts. That is true.
Lamont, so
And and it helps the back.
I never thought about it like that, but I can see how that could apply. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
so Lamont, how do you like Trucker's new content? You think it's interesting?
Yeah, I liked it because the thing is that it was noticeable. I was like, and these are different topics. It's not talking about Kwame. So that's what made me tune into some of the other topics. So,
These are
you know,
topics that he's been wanting to talk about for a long time, and he said finally he threw the kisses and all that bullshit, and he said, you know what, we are done. We're
Yeah,
gonna talk
yeah,
about all this stuff.
yeah. Because I don't want no problem with the LGBT community at all.
LGBTQ. We keep forgetting the
hey,
one
and
of the
that's another
letters.
reason, Hood Trucker, you got to be careful because I don't. They watch all channels. You can think you small all you want, but back when I had like 10,000 subs, I was doing a live stream about Deshaun Watson,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a woman on. She was giving her thoughts about it, and our live streaming capabilities got banned for 90 days
For
because of.
what though? For what?
But she was basically saying that she agreed. She thought that the women who were those IG models basically were just paid prostitutes, just doing a job, and just were taking advantage of a situation where they can capitalize off money. That's what she was elaborating on. And there was another woman in the chat who felt differently. She reported the video for us like harassing or something women or like denigrating women, and they said I couldn't go live for 90 days because of it.
Did anybody review? Did you talk to anybody? How was you able? You
I
couldn't
appealed
resolve
it the
it.
first time and they denied it. I appealed it the second time, they denied it, and the third time I appealed it, they granted it. So it went from a 90-day ban to more like a 65, 70 day.
I'm glad you were able to get it on, overturned. Yeah, you really got it. But that's the thing. The thing about it is that somebody could just that's why YouTube is dying and it's going down. It's not that
it is. That's facts. If you can find another platform to stream on.
No, he will. He's going to find other.
We are.
I've already moved on to you now.
We are, but Maryland is dragging their feet.
You now. Go to you now. That's where I recommend.
We're on Anchor.
Anchor's good too, but I thought that's just audio.
What's you now? I'm Googling it right
we
now.
Don't need video.
You now, if you stream through you now, the good thing about it is you can simulcast and still stream it on YouTube. But you also stream on their platform. So
that's cool.
But what they do is, because they're so new, everybody that signs up, they are making them a partner. They're making you a channel partner. So if you already have a YouTube channel and you're over 1,000 subs,
bullshit about there's none of those that garbage that YouTube is doing, especially if you have a new channel. You know how they're stealing your money, right? They're taking your money and stuff now. Like,
wait,
if you don't have
hold it, wait the fuck up. Now, I even said Snoop had a dress on. Did y'all see the dress?
No.
Where did Snoop had a dress on?
I think I've seen that picture before. I don't know if it was a dress, but it was something like it.
It was something like a dress? What's something like a dress?
It was something I wouldn't wear. I'll put it like that. I definitely wouldn't wear it.
What is something like
you can't mistake it for a kilt like what Russell Westbrook had on?
Bro, man, these guys, when they get these millions of dollars, I don't know what they be thinking when they be walking into the clothing stores, because that changes the way they dress so quick. So I don't know if somebody paid them to do it or what, but I don't know, man.
Masculinely, okay, I'm looking it up right now. Hold on. You mean masculinely?
Stop it. He won't let me live that down. Oh my God. I said it in one live. I said that Russell Westbrook wore his kilt in a masculine way, and Trucker was just like, what? Did I hear you say that he wore a skirt in a masculine way? I'm like, yeah, he did. I mean, he had combat boots on. You're making it seem like he was in high heels and a mini skirt and all this other stuff. It was just a regular long sleeve.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look at his face.
Oh, hell no. Oh,
hell let me tell you, that's your favorite rapper.
No, he's not my favorite rapper.
You're going to bring the picture up so we can all see it.
I am working on it, but there's so much shit going on. It left. Hold on. I got to go back. Hold on. It's only worth the wait. It's going to definitely be worth the wait.
I think I've seen it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, look at this nigga right here. This nigga got on high socks and everything. Hold on. This is some bullshit. Hold on. He from Cali too? Come on, man. I know you didn't do that.
Duke BD said Lamont and Elder versus Kwame and taking in basketball.
What happened?
I don't know, Duke BD. The way I was playing Sunday in our program game, I lit a couple pros up, so I don't know. It won't be sweet. I know that. It will not be sweet.
That doesn't look bad. That's a kilt.
This nigga not Irish.
That's definitely a kilt right there.
That's
he not Irish. Though. No, bullshit. Bullshit.
And it's a kilt. KILT.
That is a kilt right there, though.
Okay, what makes it a kilt?
The pattern, the length of it.
No.
Yeah, and how see how he has
the suit jacket, the length of the suit jacket that's draped around it. You can tell it's a kilt.
This is what Prince Charles wears when he goes to his little
This nigga is not
place
Prince
out in
Charles.
England, that
He's
country
not,
home out in England.
He's not Prince Charles. This is not Prince Charles. Prince Charles grew up in this is Prince Charles's culture. This nigga got on Chuck Taylors and a kilt. Can you see that?
Yes, I see it.
Hold on.
Oh, but you don't always have to dress like your culture.
Huh?
Chinese kids dress in the hip hop culture all the time. It's not really their culture in China, though.
Let me tell you something. He's from Fresno, trucker. So that's like being from the South Bronx. This is like it's too machismo. They're just too machismo. You either man, woman, anything in between, and you got to stay within a certain look that's acceptable.
What you mean machismo? This is
Joe, I'm not Westbrook.
I wasn't talking about Snoop. Talking about you.
No, okay, I can't.
Hey, y'all, I gotta cut out. Yeah, I gotta make a phone call real quick. But I appreciate y'all letting me pull up.
All right,
we appreciate you too, man. Good looking out coming by.
Maryland's man, stop being mad at me, man. I wasn't trying to piss you off, man.
Hey, if anybody cannot get Maryland to be mad at you, is you. I suggest you go into politics or something because.
I wasn't mad at you.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was.
A little bit.
Not a little bit. That wasn't a little.
What did I say? I gotta go back over this live and see. What did I say? Was it really that bad?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
but he smoothed you over. He smoothed you over like a real politician.
I was like, man, I felt bad for you because I was like, what is happening? This man just came in and was on your live for 2 hours with no dissent.
It's always like if I don't know if you've been on my channel long enough, but sometimes when people start ranting, I'll put them on the big screen because when they get to ranting like that, I do something called spoof videos. I don't know if y'all seen any of my spoof videos, but I will make a 5-minute, 2-minute spoof video. I'll edit it up. I'll animate it with something funny. And so sometimes you just got to sit back and that's just more content. You let people talk and maybe you can turn it into something later down the line on one of them days when you're short on content. So.
Okay. Naifa said I did sound kind of pissed. All right. I apologize. I'll have to re-listen.
You don't got to apologize. I understand where the anger was stemming from.
My anger was for you, how he was disrespecting you and gaslighting you, and he kept being condescending. And then it was because you wouldn't let Trucker talk. Not just Trucker, there's another guy. It was 2 people who wanted to talk, and you wouldn't let them. It just felt like that dude had carte blanche reign over everything. And now, you explained everything. I understand it, and I hope.
It ain't no hard feelings.
Yeah, but no, it's not. It's no. I just hope he doesn't disrespect you again. That's all. I just hope he doesn't do that.
It happens every day on YouTube. That's the thing.
No, but it's like it could be for something else. You might say that God forbid, you say you like something Matt Barnes and Steph Jackson said. Then that's your ass. You know what I mean?
It may happen, but again, that's within the scope. If I say something. And you want to either my talking point, that's fine.
Dress either. She said it's a different dress, but he must have hit it.
That's good enough. Is that good enough?
No, that's just a regular kill.
Joe, I'll be streaming Thursday. We got games. I got practice tomorrow. I got games Tuesday and Wednesday. I can't do nothing. I got to get my squad ready.
It's really difficult managing a channel, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Naifa says I'm a freak-a-leak.
What?
This is cringe. Move on, man. Creepy shit.
Look,
you're right. No, but we need
take it off the screen because people are being made uncomfortable by it.
Because okay, if it's not,
I'm not uncomfortable by it, but other people seem
if it's not nothing wrong with it, then why are you worried about whether or not can you see up his dress or something? That's a dress. That's a dress.
No, I can't see anything up his skirt. It's okay. Just
you can't. What are those knee-high socks? Come on, man. Come
Hey,
on.
hey, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later.
All right,
You too.
Lamont. You sleep
All right.
tight, okay?
All right, I will.
I'm hugging you.
I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Whatever I can get.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. He just took his kilt off.
Oh no, I can't do that. Look at this dude.
That's gonna be Lamont on his next show.
Oh man. Hey, I do stuff. I do crazy stuff like that.
Look at this guy. Look at LeBron right there. What LeBron doing?
On my next live stream, I got something special coming. So y'all might want to tune in.
Yeah, we can tell him.
Okay, you gonna wear a kilt?
Definitely not a kill. Definitely not a kill.
You gonna get the shiny buff?
Oh no. I might do something crazy. Something to get people going. I don't know. Y'all gotta see something. I did a video. I was Super Mario one video. I don't know if y'all saw that video.
Super Mario?
Yeah, I was Super Mario for the whole life. I had the whole Mario World background and everything.
Okay, the videos before you go, the Ticket TV videos that you did 3-part. Where was it? Was it done this year? And what's it under? What do you have it under?
It's all they all say. Okay, so the best way to find them is they all say Labatt Lane, because everybody when I started doing the investigations, it was so thorough. People was calling me Batman, so somebody gave me the nickname Labatt Lane.
So LE and then BAT.
No,
Lane?
LA Labatt LABAT. So you'll see that on the thumbnail. So there's 3 videos. There's 3 videos.
Okay. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them.
You gotta watch them in order from first. The last one is called Max Ether. It has a picture of LeBron wearing one of the Trojan dresses. I know Trucker calls it a dress, but it's just one of the Trojan suits because when they went to battle.
He's gonna call it a dress no matter what. If it doesn't close into some shorts,
look here, man.
It's over.
Look here, man. Look here, man. If that motherfucker go wrap around, it's a wrap around. Come on, man. That's a dress, man. I don't give a fuck what it is, man. In my Sammy Davis Jr. voice, man.
I feel
okay. I'm gonna watch those videos and I'm gonna put comments underneath them. Okay. I still love you, and I told you that. I kept saying I love
good.
you.
We good, man. I appreciate y'all support.
I was
man.
just disappointed.
Look at Joe.
Anyway.
They going in the chat today. They going in.
Yeah, Joe always go in. I
mean, Joe always does this.
Going in. He going in on everybody. He don't give a fuck. Joe go
but
in.
Joe still supports. Joe is still like cool, so it's okay.
Look, Joe even say, "Damn, let him leave." Damn.
I know. I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all later.
Bye, babe.
All right. Marilyn.
Trucker.
How you gonna explain? Is you gonna try to explain your way out of Snoop wearing that dress?
I don't. Why? It's a kilt.
Niggas wear kilts. Where did niggas wear kilts at?
Obviously at the show.
But they
don't wear kilts in Fresno, but they wear them all over other places.
The fuck don't. They showing the fuck don't. We don't get our nails done. We don't get our feet done.
Unclassy. Y'all uncouth motherfuckers.
We don't get shiny buff. We don't get no shiny buff.
You gonna tell me the pimps that rule your city don't go and get their hair and their nails and done?
I don't know. I don't know what they do. Pimps weird a little bit. Let's see, Snoop half Scottish.
Snoop half Scottish.
What on earth? Why on earth are you wearing a kilt and you not of the culture? Just because you say it's a kilt. Look at. If I go to this, what makes it a kilt anyway? Is the thickness, the brand,
the way it looks. You have to wrap it around. It's not like a regular skirt.
You can't get a wraparound skirt. Yes.
If you ever go to Scotland and the people are going to go do a festival, they're going to give you a kilt and you're going to wear it.
You can get a wraparound skirt at Ross.
You're going to wear the kilt in Scotland if you're going to an event and it requires a kilt. Joe, and you'll do it. You'll wear it and you'll wear the shoes. And
you look drunk or sleepy. I had an 18-hour day, Joe. I had an 18-hour day, Joe.
He's sleepy.
Come on, man.
He had to do this live, Joe. Like everybody in the chat, this live was necessary because had he let it go and not said anything or commented on the lies that man told, there was no way. I mean, he could do it the next day, but by the time the next day is over, the lies that Kwame said, because Kwame lies so much, it would have like been expanded. But I think a lot of people know that Kwame lies.
It would have festered.
It would have festered, and then it would have got bigger and bigger and bigger until you could not defend yourself, and it would have became a problem. And that nigga knows that. That's why he's like that. And he kept mentioning my name, like and Marilyn, dude.
Just like when they came out with that video about my charges with the police and all of that.
As if you were ashamed. You never said you were ashamed. If you go back over Hood Trucker's videos, he talks about all of this, his whole life story.
And I did a reaction video immediately when they released that. The first one to release it was Straight Talk TV, and he said, I'm gonna fix your trucker problem. That's why that's why my intro on my videos was him saying, I'm gonna end your trucker problem.
But that's crazy, because all of the black dudes, a lot of the black men on this platform got charges, or somebody in their family got charges. Everybody got charges from somewhere, and you can't shame these people. You can't, and the people who follow them got charges, or know people who got charges. All this is bullshit. Everybody right now, somebody who has content got one or two people that they love in their family right now doing prison time.
But you know what's worse than that?
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thanks for talking into the mic.
Does that sound better?
Yeah, it does. A lot better. It sounds great.
Do you know what's worse than that?
What's worse than that?
He still has a trucker problem. He didn't end his trucker problem. We're still here.
And you're not going anywhere.
No, we're not going nowhere. We're going to be right here. We're going to be right here. Hi.
You messed with the wrong one, Kwame. You should have just left this man the fuck alone. You really should have. Because you thought you don't really know this. You don't know the people that you messing with. You just don't know. And you're like, and please don't try to live off your brother's reputation or your father's reputation, because that's not you. You are not a part of that reputation. Those are your brother's charges. Your brothers put in that work to get those charges, not you.
I didn't really hear what you said because the internet was tripping.
I said nothing. Important.
If I see a lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance.
Yep, Joe John, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. But it's like, especially on the internet, you have to like dead that immediately. And what you did when they brought out your charges the first time, you have to explain it yourself. You did right. The next day, you explained whatever it was that happened.
Somebody told me to take the video down. They said, why did you do that? You responded too fast. You should have waited the weekend.
No, you should not have waited the weekend. You did exactly what you were supposed to do.
Like Drake did on what's his name? The one that was
by the time you would have waited for the weekend, they would have probably had all types of other crazy shit.
Like Drake did on Meek Mill. He immediately responded. Hurry up and respond. That's why I was like, why is you like you was in the hip hop game? Like, why is you telling me not to respond right away? I don't give a fuck if it's a weekend or not. Why are you telling me not to respond right away? I don't know, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what that is. You know what it is, right? Steve, what did I say? Not Stevie Wonder, but
Sammy Davis.
Yeah, Sammy Davis. See, it look funny when you get close to the mic. Seriously, you look like a Mexican Mario, allegedly.
Yeah, can you bring the mic closer to you? You can't. Like, you know what it is, because you're on the you're on the
Is it closer?
The further you're away from the camera, the closer you get to. the closer you get to the camera, it distorts your face, and you have to be like, go back. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's good. And a little bit closer if you want to. Yeah. Can you move the mic closer to you a bit? No, put it back.
Hold it right here.
But just remember to talk on the side of it.
Talk
on the side of it.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'll just hold it right here. Check 1 2.
You can come a little closer.
Look, I'll just do what are these?
You were fine. Just come a little closer.
How about this? Is that better?
But just don't go all the way into the camera's face. He's right. It look like a little Mexican Mario brother.
Mario, Mexican Mario. What what is Mario, by the way? Is he not Mexican?
The Mario Brothers. I don't know. I forgot. It's just a team. It's something close to a team.
Say, Trucker, you okay, man? You look like you're under some kind of substance.
No, he's not. He's sleepy, and his face is oily.
I'm under melatonin. Do you know what melatonin is? Mary, you know, not Mary. Marilyn, do you know what melatonin is?
No.
Italiano. What's Italiano?
I don't know. An Italian person.
Melatonin makes you go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Mario
I don't have those issues. When I close my eyes, I'm out.
When you close your eyes.
You want to end the live? Or you want to do something? You want to talk about something else, or you want to end the live?
You want to come back and do Positive Sunday, even though it's Monday?
What's Positive Sunday?
I don't know. We postponed it, but I forgot to tell everybody we postponed it.
It depends. Are you sleepy? Because if you're sleepy, I mean, I can come back. I mean, it's up to you.
You want to come back? You want to come back?
Not for too long. Maybe another 30 minutes. End this live because we're talking about bullshit, and then we'll come back. Like, you let me know when you want to come back. There probably won't be anybody here, but
we'll get a shot. We'll go 30 minutes. Trucker on Viagra allegedly. Naifa said, "Get some sleep."
He's not gonna get some sleep. He's coming right back. So, how long? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Let's shoot for 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's shoot for that.
Oh, he's coming back in 7 minutes and 59 seconds.
No, make it 10. Make it 10. What is Facebook and all that? 10 minutes? Didn't they say 10 minutes? So let's go 15 minutes.
If you stream to Facebook, you have to give 10 minutes leeway.
So we'll go 15. So we'll see you in 15 minutes.
He's coming back in 15, guys. I'll be here.
What's going to be the next topic?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Good night, y'all.
It could be an Ask Me Anything kind of live. You want to do that?
Oh, yes. Let's do it. Ask Me Anything.
You're gonna ask Trucker, not me. Don't ask me nothing. You're gonna ask Trucker.
I'm
not answering shit.
Let's do it. Ask Me Anything. I'm up for that.
Okay, let's leave and come back.
Yeah. See you in 15 minutes.
Bye.